How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Big Six. Apologies for the lateness. Some technical difficulties in the background. None of us individually were late. It's just technical difficulties. So yeah, bear with us, people. I think it's sorted, but we're just I'm just looking at the back end now, hoping it's all pucker. But we move. Why is it set up like this? Oh yeah, Matisse is in his admin spot. Let me just move him to the right place to make it make sense. Full house in the building. Yes, who's that? Yusuf. Big up the community. Like the video. 1,000 likes, nice and early. There's 1,000 people waiting already, so might as well just get it to 1,000 nice and early. Big up Steve, SAEED, Grizz, TOBS, Matisse, individual channels in the description below. And yeah, I mean, for everyone but Arsenal fans, well, actually, City fans, Chelsea, United, fuck, who is happy this weekend? Well, TOBS is, look at his face. But yeah, we'll get on to your
word to stop it. Hold tight, the 3-point collectors.
Shameless
Grizz,
one.
hand up. 3-point collectors. Thank you. Word to stoppage. In fact,
Not
word to
even
FCM.
stoppage
It's not
anymore.
stoppage anymore.
Yeah,
word to FCM pod. That's how you know, because I'm heritage. Yeah. Word to FCM pod. Yeah.
All right, we'll get into your stuff at the back end of the show if we get time anyway, man. Grizz, it's your show tonight, Grizz. I mean, we was together yesterday. Don't shake your head. If Arsenal were 11 points clear right now, if City were 11 points clear, if Tottenham were 11 points clear, United, it would be each our shows on that night. Surely you want the platform now.
He doesn't want to be 11 points clear.
It's gonna be my show. It's gonna be my show soon. He said it's gonna be my show soon.
How many more games do you need?
It's gonna be a big show soon. We're gonna have a big show. We're gonna have a big summer. Every show is gonna be my show soon. Every show. But we just tick along right now. We just tick along now. We talk about the game. We talk about the surrounding topics around the game. But it's gonna be my show. Don't worry about that.
Do you know what I've clocked? He's confused.
Are you man good? Are you man good?
You don't know what to do you? At the top.
I'm good. No, please. You really don't know. Please.
You don't know what to do.
This is not uncharted territory for us. I'm just keeping it real, man. It's only 11 points at the moment. You know what I mean? Things can happen. Things can change. I've just literally read an account. Check this out. I'm going to read it out. I'm with your permission, guys. With your permission, I'm going to read it out. This account says, right? And this is an Arsenal account. And it's a big, massive Arsenal account with nearly 200,000 followers or something, yeah? The maths is looking good. I ideally want to be 5 points behind, but if we're 7 or 8, it's still doable. Liverpool are due a big drop in form, change of luck come April, whilst we start to get players back. Just need to find a way to win the next 3 games. We just need to find a way to win the next 3 games. And then, like, the brothers got like nearly 2,000 likes on that. And another big account has quoted him.
Who is it, Babs? Let me go
I know who it is. It's AFC Camden.
Ah,
And then there's another big account. Hold on. Hold tight these accounts, because I know some of these brothers as well, personally. Yeah, but they haven't got their face to wear, but they're undercover big Arsenal accounts. Let the brother believe. He replies to him. Let the brother believe. He has been diehard from day one. If you have checked out for enough, let the other guy support his club how he feels best. He isn't trolling either. I know that for a fact. And then he said, yes, bro. And they've sputtered each other. So,
okay, now, when I mentioned believe, Jesus, when I mentioned believe, the fucking roof fell off.
So if they're saying that it's not over, why am I going to be so arrogant to think that it's over? If there's diehards like that, I don't think it's over. But anyway, look, I personally think you lot got me on screen after the game.
Don't call them diehards though, like.
So you mean to tell us that you found the 1%?
No, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish, if you don't mind. I'm still eating, by the way.
Brother,
we're talking from Sunday, by the way.
No,
first shout out.
You don't deserve.
No, first shout out.
You don't
Turkish.
deserve. You didn't, no, you don't. You're pissing me off. You don't deserve to be top. Out of everybody on this, no. You know what? Yeah, this is the equivalent of being stuck in a traffic jam and you're driving a Ferrari. You have a Ferrari at your disposal. You have the keys to a Bentley, to a Lamborghini, and you choose to sit in traffic. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting sparkles.
You haven't been given the keys yet.
Top of this league, they would have champagne already.
We haven't been given the keys yet.
What do you mean the keys?
They're unveiling it. It's half unveiled. They're saying, okay, we can't keep it any more quiet. This is your prize. So we've seen the prize. You're right, it's a Ferrari. But we're just saying, but the keys come May. We're gonna give you the keys in May.
On game 38, after you've lifted the title, you're gonna come on this show and
you're gonna keep the keys in May.
It's not done. It's not done.
Legally, I'm not allowed to drive it yet. I'm not insured. You're gonna stay in May. We're gonna give you the keys in May. But look, I thank you for the support, Matisse. I look back at the clips of the mob, and your support was unwavering. Big up, Matisse.
I think I fucked up. Yeah,
big up, Toby.
That's my bad.
Hostess with the mostest.
How can he cheer louder than you when you lot scored?
This is this is ridiculous. I wasn't meant to be louder than him. I thought he'd be loud.
Tobes' hosting was.
Man said I wasn't meant to be. Couldn't hide his jubilation.
Tobes' hosting was immaculate. We were reading out some mad super chats. Mad super chats. And shout out Turkish, man, who, if you didn't watch the mob, you missed out. First and foremost, where was you Sunday? Every Sunday when the Big Six play, you should already know that we do the watch-alongs, and they're a piece of cinemas every time. And Turkish didn't give me a guard of honor, but he gave me a meal of honor. We had a meal of honor, and SAEED and Steve missed out on a massive platter. We had a proper massive platter, and we ate. And Liverpool ate. I'm not gonna lie. I said to you before the game, so it's not after hindsight. I've said to you before the game, I feel so calm and relaxed. Like honestly, feel like normally Man City games have been fucking gut-wrenching games, man. When you think to yourself, one bad mistake from either side, the tension's gonna kill me. Oh my god, this is gonna be life and death. Blah 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 blah. I just knew we're gonna turn up, man. I just knew we're gonna win. I just knew we're gonna win. It's one of those ones, like, you know, when you, very similar to when we played Spurs in the Champions League final. Sorry, Toby. But you know, when we played Champions League final, I just knew we were going to win. I thought this City, as soon as I saw that lineup from City, remember I've been Steve saying that he should go all out attack. He should play more attackers in his team. He bloody went all out attack on Sunday. Like he picked 5 attackers and just like new DM. So, but then the only thing that frustrated me was my lineup. I thought, yo, we're not going for the kill here. Do you remember I said it? I said, yo, we're playing a bit 4 midfielders, box midfield. What are we trying to do here? Like, we're paying them too much respect, I think, the current state that City are in, right? Normally, we don't need to, normally I would agree with that much respect, but not this time round. But my God, man, this guy, man, Surgeon Slot. Again, another surgical procedure was carried out at the Etihad. That was surgical. I know Steve's a real football man, and I know he must have hated that because we toyed with them. We didn't even go for the kill. I don't think we played good. I swear to you. Remember, I was telling you, look, we're not playing good, you know. I swear to you, we didn't play good. But it was so surgical, it was so planned. And the way, like, to keep Man City at home when they're playing that kind of attack to expected goals of 0.4 or something it was, yeah? That's quite insane, man. And we didn't even play a striker. We didn't even look to attack them or transition. I was like, we could have scored 3 or 4 if we stepped up. If we stepped on it a little bit more, but we didn't. But yeah, man, in terms of weekends and in terms of swings, like we've been waiting for a definitive swing on a weekend to say, alas, we were all anticipating Liverpool going to win it. But you lot were trying to build it up. SAEED and Steve last week were saying, pressure, this and that. But we knew really that one definitive swing either way is going to kill things. And I think that was the definitive weekend. No one anticipated West Ham. I think in our predictions, no one anticipated West Ham.
Nope.
And
even predicted
no one.
Everyone went
no
wins.
one. So this was the definitive weekend where even I myself said, yeah, look, it was fun while it lasted. The hype, the drama, and all of that. We're trying to build it up. Even I'm trying to build it up, but I can't build it up anymore, brothers. So yeah, it's just a matter of obviously when now. Mathematically, it's over. But apart from that, we've at the moment at this stage we've walked this league, and that's crazy going for this guy, man. I need to get serious in my plaudits for this manager. Like people talk about Jurgen Klopp changing their lives, and he absolutely fucking did. But this guy's come on, and the way he breaks down every opponent and game and shows Liverpool how to play different ways. Like Liverpool played in a low block, guys, in that second half. It was like a bank of 4 and then 4 midfielders, and even our 2 wingers playing like wing backs. Mohamed Salah and Diaz were playing like wing backs coming back. We just closed the shop. No entry. You're not coming in. And in a funny way, it was beautiful to see. It's not what we're used to as Liverpool fans. Jurgen Klopp, let's go. It would have been 4-2 probably if that was 2 lineups of Liverpool and Man City were playing under Klopp. We still would have beaten them under Klopp in that condition that City are in. But this was like, no, we're gonna toy with them. We're gonna just walk around. I told you, remember you lot, Turkish couldn't take it no more. He got up and walked off.
I missed a lot of the second half, I'll be honest.
Yeah. It was a testimonial pace. We were walking around, man. We were walking around. But yeah, shout out, of course, the king himself. Like, there's nothing I can say. My vocabulary isn't big enough to big up Mohamed Salah and make new things about him or make new words for him or whatever. He's just fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Phenomenon. 51 goals and assists. In how many games? 37 games this season. That's ridiculous. Absolutely. That's 11 games this season where he's got a goal and an assist. 11 games where he's got a goal and an assist. Yeah. But apart from the usual suspect, which is him, Dominic Szoboszlai. I love it. I love doing a watch along where Toby's there and Dominic Szoboszlai turns up again and again. And there's a reason I call him Steven Gerrard and all that business. Forget that. But my serious name for him at the start of the season was Demonic Szoboszlai, because he's a demon, bro. He is the Terminator. He's our version of Valverde in terms of he don't stop. His engine, 3 lungs and all of that. He don't stop. And
well, Toast, let him have it, man. Toast, relax, leave him.
Shout out Szoboszlai, who I thought was a one-man wrecking machine up there. You won't know about hard work and pressing your team, SAEED, man. You lot. Bro,
what have I said here? Why are you trying to come for me?
Because you're the only one who interrupted. Why are you interrupting my flow?
Toby was laughing.
Fuck Toby, innit? Fuck Toby.
No, I said let him land.
Fuck Toby, I said. That's it. Fuck Toby. I'm talking about Szoboszlai, my version of Valverde, our version of Valverde. I didn't say he is Valverde. Know the difference. Put some respect on Liverpool's right name. I had enough of you, man. Just, you know what I mean? Snickering. 15th. Are you 15th? Are you 16th? Do you want your manager out now? Are you doing pro? Right. Why are you lot talking, man? As if you're significant in any way, shape, or form. We're talking about leagues and top of the tables here. We're not talking about your team, man. Get out, man. We'll wait for you when it's your turn. Anyway, ruin my flow, innit? Fuck that, man. Yeah, Premier League champions 24-25. Up the Reds. You'll never walk alone and all that. You know what I mean? That's it.
Well, I don't know. It's either up to me or Steve as your challengers or the ones that should have done it, whatever this season. Arsenal, congratulations to you, City defending champs. So, I'm sure Steve will congratulate you in your own way. But on Liverpool first, because obviously you lot have pretty much wrapped up the tie. You mentioned Slot and Salah. We need to talk about them both a bit more because they're on the verge of Liverpool winning the league this season is crazy for him to come in and just knit it together. And it's not like they're winning it because I see a lot of people saying by default. And I get that argument. But when you look at their numbers and when you look at the potential final points tally and you look at how consistent they've been, maybe not great throughout the season, but consistent. And Salah on top of it, inevitable. That's what we called him a few weeks ago on this show. Like, Slot, where does he rank now? When you consider what he's just come in and doing in this league, Salah, bro, there's another conversation to be had. If we did Premier League top 5s again, he's stamped down a high up rating, huh?
If we rewind, at the start of the season when Liverpool hadn't made any signings, same old squad, contracts running down. So there's going to be talk about, he's getting asked questions every week. Salah signing, Virgil signing, Trent gone to Madrid. He's getting questions on his first season. So imagine the pressure he's under.
No,
we all had coaches and under pressure, whatever. He's getting asked a whole heap of questions, and he's thinking, "Is this what the Premier League? Fuck, man, I've walked into a madness here. First, I'm taking over Jurgen Klopp, an absolute icon and a legend. Next thing, I haven't been able to spend the money, or probably, I don't know if he wanted to spend money or didn't, but either way, FSG said, yeah, this is your squad, deal with the matter, and then we'll assess it later." Yeah. And he's thinking, all right, I've got a bunch of players here that were in the shout for everything until about March last season. So they must be good, but they fell off. So let me work with them. But the way he's just controlled the chat around the contracts and just it has died down. You lot must admit the hype and the anger and the frustration has died down. So instead, he's taken Liverpool to a level where we're still on course for 92 points, is it? Like, people were shitting on this league saying, oh, it's not the same. Well, we're still doing our numbers. Man City and Liverpool have been getting 90 points plus when we win the league or when we compete. And I keep telling Arsenal fans, you haven't topped 90 points yet in all your phases. So we're still on course. If you're not being shit, and if everyone else is shit, that's your problem, you're shit. It's not my problem. It's not Slot's problem that we're good at football. So he's done a magnificent job. It's going to be heralded as a fucking huge achievement because it's not a joke. And it's not over yet. It's not in terms of the rest of the competitions, what I mean. In terms of the League Cup final against Newcastle, you'd make Liverpool favourites. Champions League, I know we got PSG, and PSG are probably one of the form teams in Europe right now with Dembele and them, man. So that's going to be awkward. But nobody's going to want to face Liverpool over two legs. You already know that. You already know that what we're thinking, Liverpool fans thinking, oh, PSG, fuck, man, we finish top and we get PSG. Trust me, no club in Europe, apart from Madrid probably, want to face Liverpool in the Champions League. No club in Europe. And then, you know, we've got to win the league and wrap it up as well. So the season ain't ended. But right now, like, I've been hearing shouts for Areola for manager of the year, or what he's done is bigger than Liverpool and this and that and blah, 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 and all these other names. But I can't see past Slot if he wins the league for manager of the season. It should be a wrap.
I think
pick up Areola and every man. And all
it's not even about Areola. I think if Nuno puts Nottingham Forest in Champions League football, I think that's a very fair like conversation. Okay. Like, because that is ridiculous. That's not even a Newcastle or Villa, or that's Nottingham Forest. A lot of people had them comfortably in the bottom half.
There's a conversation there. I agree.
Definitely got to be a conversation. But apart from that, I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
There's a conversation.
Actually, there is a conversation. You're right. More so with Nuno than Areola. You're right. Especially if they get top four.
Yeah. If they don't get it, then Slot 100%.
Do you remember when Pellegrini won the league and they give it to Brendan Rodgers?
You hate Nuno, Tobes. You've got an agenda. So it's different.
I don't hate. Why would I?
Oh yeah, I actually remember that.
Can you stop saying I hate Nuno? What are you talking about? I don't hate
agenda against Nuno. You've got an agenda against Nottingham Forest, so you obviously don't want to give.
I don't have an agenda against Nottingham Forest. I'm just saying Liverpool have played the best football, accumulated the most.
Obviously, Nottingham Forest are not going to play the best football, bro.
So then, but
it's got to be in context of the club and the quality.
I am putting it in context of the club.
We're talking about manager of the year. How did you manage your assets the best?
No. It's a conversation.
You're gonna let me talk. It's I never said it's not a conversation. You're saying I hate Nuno. I don't hate Nuno. But what I'm saying is a man has come in his first season with a team that finished third last year and is on point for a 90+ point season, right? In a league that is stronger, contrary to everyone's opinions. Yes, the top teams aren't as strong, but the teams from 5th to 8th and below are stronger, right? And he's come into the league in his first season and he's going to win the title, and he's going to win it with potentially 90+ points.
Well, let's see if he gets 90 points first. Let's see if he gets 90
Yes, exactly. It's hypothetical. So what I'm saying is, you can't tell me that I'm hating on Nuno if I say, yeah, you should give it to Slot.
No, you said even if he makes Champions League, he shouldn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Even if he makes Champions League, is that a better feat than any of the things I've just said? Really?
With Nottingham Forest, I think it's very close. I think it's very close.
Is it? Is it really?
Bro, I don't know how to explain it to you.
I'm going to be biased. What do the others
I think if you win the league, but if you win the league, you should deserve it for me. And that's
Come on,
me.
man.
So the manager, so that means the manager. It's just like Ballon d'Or or player. That
No,
always
no,
gets
no,
a-
no.
that
No,
goes
it's
to
not.
an
Because
attack.
I'm giving you
with-
context.
without
I'm giving you
slot.
context behind this.
Yeah,
title,
yeah.
you know.
I get where you're coming from.
And you have. So are you going to give Nuno's context to Nottingham
Oh,
Forest?
yeah,
Yeah,
got flowers,
you've
got
given
flowers.
Nuno's context, and I think that's those are
Yeah.
valid points. But what I'm saying to you is, this guy didn't spend a penny in the summer in comparison to others. Or sorry, he spent 11 million on Chiesa and then spent 25 million on a goalkeeper that's coming in next season. So he didn't even sign players in comparison to Arsenal, Man City, etc., etc. Nottingham Forest have spent more money than Liverpool.
It is
even
close, though. It is close,
So-
though. I can't lie. It is
It's
close.
a conversation.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
crazy, but you can't tell me I'm hating on Nuno for saying that that Arne Slot should basically get it over Nuno.
I think you do want Nottingham Forest out of the Champions League. I think you do have a little hate though.
I don't have a hate there. I just don't think they're as good as people say they are. Like, they've had an amazing season, but when I watch them week in, week out, they don't play that good. They don't.
No,
How is that hated?
Yeah, you can't say that though. You're going. I mean,
What?
well, they're playing good enough to be where they are. So you can't say that.
Yes,
they don't
exactly.
play.
I'm not discrediting where they are. I'm not discrediting.
Oh,
where
you
they
have
are.
discredited it quite a few times.
No,
You
I
said they
haven't.
don't-
I
You
said
said
they
they don't
deserve
deserve
to.
to be there.
I didn't say they don't deserve to be there. I said I've not-
Anyway, forget about Forest right now. Even though they deserve a conversation anyway, we've got enough to talk about
Yeah,
tonight
man.
without you taking it left and arguing about something that it's not even on the agenda.
But blame this brother. It's
done it
me.
last week,
Blame
bro.
this four eyes geek over here. bro.
Matisse is the absolute naughty one. Yeah. Last week, he saw me and Toby do this, and he was angry, and he took us off screen when we started having a separate conversation. And now he started a separate conversation about Forest with Toby. When we got so much.
At
to
least
talk
I
about.
kept it in the Premier League, and it's actually in the realms of the conversation, you know. Whereas you guys went to City Out podcast.
I understand that
Totally
shout. I'd say
talking
I understand that shout. I'd say Slot deserves it first season, but you know what
Yeah,
Nuno's done. Big him up, Raiola as well. Big him up. Salah will deserve what he deserves as well. Potentially a Ballon d'Or at this rate, a Ballon d'Or this year. But obviously, it depends what he does in the summer, where he goes, because that will have an impact. Champions League has an impact. But the ball of Salah is playing at the moment, and that's not to take away from anyone else on the side. You've had Gakpo out for a few weeks now, and a few games now, and you're just still getting shit done.
He left Jota, Nunes.
No striker essentially.
He just makes plans for different games and different situations. And I was frustrated. You lot were there. I was like, my only concern is, have we got enough goals in this team? And you know, I genuinely think we could have scored far more goals, but he didn't want to. He just wanted to almost to strangle the game. He literally strangled the game. And you lot saw I was having food and we were chilling. I said this is a walk early. I said this is a walk. It's an absolute walk. So look, it's a fucking amazing feeling. Can't lie to you. Steve will know the feeling. It's true. It's a mad feeling, you know. It's a mad feeling that we've pretty much, guys, fuck the banter and trying to get me to say shit and PTSD, as people are saying, whatever. But in effect, you're right. We've wrapped up the league in February. We've wrapped up the league. That's insane. But I'll take it.
Yeah. You know what? To be fair, when I watched the game, right, I think what you got to give credit to Slot is how he just nullifies the opposition and he just controls the game. Because obviously with Klopp here, it become a basketball game, and then you kind of relying on your forwards. With this game here, he managed the game perfectly. He packed the midfield out, like you said. Szoboszlai was key in that midfield as well, with the energy and the up and down. Jones in there as well, and you see De Bruyne not really impact the game, bro. You're talking about one of the best midfielders we've seen in the Premier League, non-existent in that midfield. So you've got to give massive credit to Arne Slot, and he's done it throughout the whole season. Control games when he needs to, you know what I mean, and then go for it when he needs to as well. So full credit, man. And like I said, City, they had their moments with Doku should I say. But apart from that, man, it was a controlled performance, man, from Liverpool.
Do you know what it is?
Credit.
I look back at the game, because obviously watching the game with these lot is a madness, right? So I watched it again, and I don't know what Steve thinks, but I think we matched their formation. So where they were playing Foden and Marmoush as false 10s, false 9s, Savio and Doku wide, we played we played Diaz and Salah wide, and Jones and Szoboszlai as false tens. And then they had De Bruyne and the new guy, Martinez, what his name is? What's the new guy's name, Steve? The midfielder.
Nico Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, yeah. I thought he matched them up, formation, which is if he knew that, or if he meant to do that, I don't know if it was by luck or but whatever, but if he meant to do that, that's mad. Matching them up as well, and yeah, strangling the life out of them. I don't know how Steve felt. He's going to tell us, but I was thinking, do you remember at the game? I was thinking Steve's probably hating this more than any other game that he's played this season, because I know what it's like to be like sort of walked around. They came to us in the COVID season when they beat us. I can't remember 4-1 or something at Anfield, where when a big team treats you like that and you're supposed to be a big team, it's not fun. It's not fun at all.
I'll be honest, I didn't feel like that because they're a better team than us. So what annoys me more is when we get beat off lesser teams. What annoys me more is when Man United come and walk away with 3 points, or Spurs come and beat us 4-0. I've got no qualms with Liverpool beating us because they're a better side, and I openly admit that. They're a far better side than us. We're nowhere near it this season, but they controlled the game. Van Dijk and Konate is never getting an easier game than that, ever. They just strolled around. They had no one there. People slag Erling Haaland off, right? Oh, yeah, Erling Haaland don't do this, he don't do that. But this is what people tell you about football. They ain't got a clue. Erling Haaland is a big problem for centre-backs. Once you've got him wrestling with them centre-backs, that creates that space for Mamouche, for Kevin De Bruyne. There's no space for them. Liverpool just didn't have to go gung-ho, didn't have to go and attack us. They got the goals, then they just calmed the game down. Because no way, we could have been playing till Christmas, Manchester City's never going to score. You're not going to score. Very rare. You've got Jeremy Doku, who absolutely terrorised Trent Alexander-Arnold, but did nothing. No end product. So you can roast him all you want for bants, but at the end of it, if you're crossing it, sitting the first man, or you're putting it over the bar, no problem. Savinho, very young, entertaining, tried his best, got a bit of joy. Nothing in the middle. Mamouche ain't going to head the ball in, and he crossed the ball. He's not going to be there. But when we played Haaland against Newcastle, and he was fighting with the Newcastle back four, that's when your Mamouche and that were coming in. So as soon as the lineup's announced, Haaland's how I'm thinking, going to be a tough one. Rico Lewis made a mistake for the first goal, giving away the corner, pathetic defending. If you watch the game, City didn't play bad. Liverpool it was too easy for him. And that's what I'm saying. It was too easy. They deserve it. You know, like you said, this was supposed to be everyone else's year. If Manchester City drop off, we're going to take advantage. Liverpool took advantage. Nobody else did. Liverpool, they took the bull by the horns and said, you know what? If we keep it consistent here, we can pick up the points. And that's what he done. I said it early on in the season. He's made them an efficient machine. They're an efficient machine. They don't have to win 4 or 5. They just go. They get the job done. Then they calm it down and then knock it around. And then it's death by 1,000 passes near the end. And the City used to do it all the time. But that's how you win titles. You take the pressure off. Don't give Man City a stupid goal to go 2-1 and then panic and get a 2-2. Just fucking take the sting out of it. Make Man City work, and that's what they did. And they're very good at that. You've got to give him credit for it and what he's done. You've got to, because nobody expected Liverpool to be there. Everybody thought Man City slipped, Arsenal's going to win the title. That's what we said all season. And then look at it now. And the mad thing is, like, every time Liverpool do slip, nobody takes advantage of it. The Arsenal lose points. And it's like, it's been that all season. It's a weird thing, but you've got to give them credit. You've got to give them credit because, you know, they haven't gone out and bought loads of players. They haven't gone out and changed the system. They've just got a manager that's probably just brought a level of calmness to it and said, look, you're used to the Jurgen rock and roll football, fist pumping the cop, getting everyone wild. We ain't going to do that now. We're just going to quietly go under the radar, keep winning, keep it efficient, get the job done. And like you say, we've slipped off massive. We're in a rebuild transition period. People need to know that. You know what I mean? What we've done over the last 7 years as a football club is not normal. These young fans need to realise that is not the normal standard. It's exceptional. So now that they're not there,
they can't comprehend in the mind why Man City are not there. They're not there because what we've done is outstanding. So now we've got to build. Now we've got to back the manager. Now you've got to take it, you know, your medicine, because it's all right going out for 7-8 years, dishing it out, roasting everyone, 4 league titles, trebles. There comes a time when you're not going to be there, and these teams bounce back, and we've got to bounce back. I thought Cousinov, the young kid, he had a shocking debut against Chelsea, but then he's bounced back. You know, he looks like he could be promising. Nico Gonzalez, a little bit of a breath of fresh air for us in the middle. Mamouche, etc. And then they're going to go out in the summer and rebuild and clear it out. But as far as this game goes, you know, this season's been crazy. I haven't got no problem with getting beat off Liverpool, who are a far better side. What I have got a problem is when we're getting beat off teams that are nowhere near us and giving away stupid goals and giving away leads and putting ourselves in positions, you know. But Liverpool dominated. Verge, Canati didn't have a sniff. Nobody went near him. They were just, it was so easy for him. And it is what it is. You've got to just admit it. And like I said on my TikTok, the same, you know, we're not up to that standard. We've dropped off. And, you know, Liverpool did it a few years ago. They dropped off. Virgil got injured. Matip looked like an old man. You know, they looked terrible. And then all of a sudden now, they took a couple of seasons. They've got themselves back where they are. Look what happens. We're in that boat. We've got to get ourselves back up to that level. At the minute, we're well off it.
I do think on the performance as well. Like, I know, and I'm not saying this with the view that you should turn on Pep or whatever, because you're right. It's time to back your team, rebuild in the summer. But if I look at that game in isolation, I know he didn't have Haaland 100% fit, but I think the game plan was not good from Pep Guardiola, man. I really don't think it was good. I look at the wingers. Okay, cool. Doku, you're right. You want more end product from him. You want more end product from Savio. But when they attack, it's literally like 1v3. Like Liverpool, you saw Grizz was talking about like Diaz and Salah tracking back, because Slot knew, yo, I can't leave Doku 1v1. As much as we talk about it, I can't leave Doku 1v1. That's why every time he got past him, Konate is there to sweep up to basically like block the cross, etc., 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 etc. Savio on the other side, Diaz doubling up with Robertson as well. I feel like Pep just left them out on the lurch. And then,
but if you've got Haaland in the box, that doesn't happen, because Konate can't leave Haaland and go ring to that winger. He's got to check behind him, where is it? And then Mamouche is coming late as well. That's the problem. We had nothing up front, so Liverpool could just do what they want. Give Doku the ball. Let him just run into dead ends down there. Give Savio the ball. Let him run into dead ends down there. It's clever football. Don't commit.
It is clever football, but I still feel like Pep could have done more to at least lay more of a glove on Liverpool, because I agree.
Kevin De Bruyne. I love Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's
out of his depth now. Yeah. And there comes a time when you've got to admit it, you know, and he knows it himself. He knows it himself. And like you say, Phil Foden, are getting on Phil's case. If Phil Foden has, if I'm not being funny, as soon as Rodri comes back into that team, you'll see Foden. You see where he can be. At the minute, no, if Phil Foden runs around just going like this, give me the ball, nobody's brave enough to give him the ball. You can let Nathan Ake and Ruben Diaz on the edge of your box. Which one of them's threading the ball through to no one? So teams have sussed it out. Let the centre-backs come out of defence with it. Let John Stones run the length of the pitch of it against Real Madrid. Think Real Madrid was bothered? Oh, John Stones played well. Did he play well? Or did they let him have the ball? You know, because if I'm a manager, I'm letting John Stones have the ball. You're not letting Mamouche have the ball. You're not going to let De Bruyne or Szoboszlai have the ball in them areas, because you're going to get hurt. Ruben Diaz ain't hurting you from there. And that's the way we are at the minute. And the sooner City fans realise that that's the position we're in and get over it, the better. But there's a lot of people suffering from this City-itis. A lot of teams still do it. They show us too much respect. And then City get a foothold in the game. And then when they realise, hold on a minute, at half-time, when someone comes in and goes, this City team ain't fucking like with the last few years. We're getting a bit of joy here. We need to crank it up. They come out, they crank it up, and they wipe the floor with us. You know what I mean? Look how many leads we've lost and all that. So he's got He's got a few problems to solve. He's got to do it. And he's got to freshen up a squad that, looking on paper now, probably 6 or 7 of them have got to go.
Yeah, this is what I said, Steve. And I'm not wrapping it in because we've won. You know, you know, I've been saying this for weeks now that I don't think it's a small job. I don't think you're going to be. I wouldn't make you favourites for the title next season, and that's going to be the first time in God knows how long. I genuinely think it's going to take another season of rebuilding it, and I think the key to it all, Steve, is going to have to be Pep Guardiola's actual mental state, because at the moment, if I was a City fan, I'd be concerned about Pep's state of mind. That is 14 defeats now. 14. We've taken the piss out of Spurs and Man United all season.
In the league.
14.
No, all competitions.
All competitions. All
14, relax, bro. They'd be down where we are, bro.
We lost 8.
And that's after being unbeaten for what part of the season? Do you remember at the start we were like, "How's fucking City?"
But what was I saying that part of the season though?
Like
when we was coming on in?
Yeah, Steve admitted it. Yeah,
I said, I don't know how we're winning these games. We're fucking awful, and it was just the people were shitting it at the Etihad, thinking, "Fucking hell, we can't win there." And this is what I'm saying. He has got a big job to do. But listen, he's entitled to rebuild his team. Some of these players have been there 8-9 years. Yeah, the money's there to spend. We've earned it. We've won it. We can spend it. And they're gonna go big. They're gonna go big. They want Verts. They probably get Verts. You know what I mean? And they're gonna go big in the summer. They bought these young lads now in January because we needed it to get this top 4. They panicked a bit there, but I think we'll get top 4. And then if we can pick an FA Cup up and get top 4, then listen, for the last 30 years, that'd be classed as a fantastic season. Under the current where we're supposed to be, it's not. But no, listen. As far as Liverpool are concerned, someone's got to be there to take control when teams drop, and they have, and you can't knock them. The numbers are there, and like you say, they're just efficient, man. I've got nothing. I can't say anything bad about Liverpool. I can't say it. But like you say, I come out of the ground. I don't mind coming out of the ground against anyone when I can say, you know what, the better team beat us tonight. We never laid a glove on them. And that's what Liverpool did. I've got no problem with it. You know what I mean? I'll wind Arsenal up when they beat us, because I won't admit Arsenal beat us, but just to wind this chat up. But other than that, yeah, man.
I do think though, I know you mentioned it with Kevin De Bruyne, but I agree. You said there was nothing in the middle. I thought Nico Gonzalez aside, I thought he was decent on the day. Just Kevin De Bruyne passing the ball to the stands. Phil Foden. I know you mentioned Phil Foden. He's a different player under Rodri. He is absolutely a different player under Rodri. But this is where you want someone who's been heralded as a player who isn't that dependent, who's meant to not be that dependent on certain players. You want him to do more in these games. You absolutely want him to do more in these games. And yesterday, I just felt like the game just passed him by, man. But we spoke about this on the mob watch long, and I gave Matisse my point of view on Phil Foden, and I think it's clear to see. For me, he's a forward. He's not midfielder. He can do midfield things on occasion, but he's a forward. He needs the engine of Rodri and a prime Kevin De Bruyne to get the ball into him in those positions, like you said.
Did you see that chance he had? Did you see the chance he had when he put it on his left foot and he p-rolled it into Alisson?
Just straight
last season? Do you know how many of them he scored last season? Real Madrid, Bernabeu, top corner. Man United at home, top corner. As soon as that p-rolled, I just thought, fucking hell. It's just one of them things. And like you say, and I'll be honest about Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't see any Liverpool fan to be arsed with him leaving. I don't see it, because I feel like okay, yeah, he does these great little assists here and there, but as a unit and a team against some better elite players, he's getting roasted. The only way Real Madrid want him is because he's free. No one's paying 60, 70, 80 million pounds for him. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm not bothered about him. The other two I'm bothered about. Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah is my priority. If he doesn't want to play for Liverpool, you're not all that, mate. I'd let him go. I won't be bothered. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm not asked about Trent. I won't worry about it. They'll probably get a better right back than him, a proper, solid, defending right back. I seen Virgil van Dijk on that pitch. He was right in front of me in the South Stand. Absolutely fucking roasting Trent Alexander for half the game. Telling him to get back into position, stop doing this, stop doing that. So I think, for one, Virg would probably think, you know what, bringing out and that right back in, and he makes us a better team. You know what I mean? But I think Liverpool are a good side, and I feel like when he gets his players next season, they're going to be even better. So It's up to the rest to catch. That's what we got to do. We got to do our business and get there and be ready. And if Liverpool slip next season, one of us has got to take it.
I can't lie. I know I get your point on Trent getting cooked, because he did get cooked defensively by Doku, but on the ball, I can see wholeheartedly why Real Madrid won it, because he was cutting your defense and midfield apart, left foot, right foot. Bro, the passing was ridiculous.
Salah was ridiculous.
The passing was ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
He's not.
I think both
he's
things
not
can
a
be
defender.
true.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
he-
They are. Both
I
things
think-
are true. 100%.
I think there's going to be a lot of Liverpool. I don't know. There might be some actually, because there's always mad ones. No one will tell you Trent is a good defender. No one will tell you Trent is, enjoys defending. Even you can tell he doesn't want to defend. I don't think he's particularly good. Like we were talking about. So do you remember Gary Neville trying to coach him on that mind about how to crouch down on one-on-one wingers, or being in a better position? Doku just tore him every
him.
time. But we know Doku's one of the best one-on-one wingers in Europe anyway, so that can happen to anyone. But he's all fart no shit though, isn't it? Like Doku, that's what he is. But Toby's right. Trent's passing is normalized. We're nonchalant about it. We're like, oh yeah, he does this, that. No. His passing is not normal. His passing is his breaking of lines. It's not always, people always look for a killer pass or a killer cross. He does that. But in general build-up play, there's nothing like him from a fullback position in the world. That's where you got to talk about build-up play.
Facts.
Build-up play. His breaking the lines, the first initial pass where he does left foot, right foot, under pressure, whatever. Yeah, he gives it away sometimes. And we Liverpool fans tear our fucking hair out like, fuck's sake, Trent. And I get it about his defending. But why Real Madrid and why...
I just wouldn't be overly arsed if we're losing him.
I'm not... Yeah, no, I hear you, because I love Conor Bradley. I absolutely love Conor Bradley. But Trent is a special footballer. He's not a special defender at all. In fact, he's not even a good defender. But he's a special footballer overall. And I think his strengths outweigh his weaknesses. And that's why he's been part of this Liverpool team that has won pretty much everything and is about to win another league.
But maybe this is why he wants to go to Madrid, because he knows that his attributes that he's best at will be
more suited.
It'll be more suited to La Liga in Spain. It'll probably be
100%.
more appreciated as well. Whereas in England, he's never going to stop his whole career. He's going to continue to be slagged off in England for the way that he.
Look at Mendy for them.
I hear that.
Mendy's solid. He's meant to be solid, and bro, he stinks going forward.
He stinks
going forward.
Yeah.
Look at Marcelo. Marcelo is heralded as one of the greatest fullbacks in modern times, right? And Marcelo, no one's going to tell me here Marcelo was strong defensively. Nobody's going to tell me Marcelo was strong
defensively. They appreciate it more. They rely on it more. Yeah, they require it more. But it's going to be, look, first and foremost, as I keep saying, let's wait and see what happens with him and Madrid. But if he does go,
when he goes,
saying it will be I don't know, more appreciated there.
Yeah,
especially under, if let's say Alonso is he Alonso's favorite, right, for the Madrid job?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so you can see Trent.
But I think
Alonso
Carlo Ancelotti was saying he wanted to stay until Perez left. So I don't know.
Well, either way, Carlo we know is an elite coach anyway. But if Alonso goes there, you can imagine Trent flourishing under Alonso as well in the style he plays, because Alonso will definitely appreciate his passing range, which I've said before, is special. It's a special passing range he's got. Do you good think as any of the greats in terms of passing.
I agree. Do you think he's going to get the goodbye farewell that he probably deserves? Because I think he's been a massive part of your history.
It depends 100%. But we know what fan bases or sections of fan bases can be like, especially if you have a low core affinity with the club and you feel in a certain way. So I can't speak for every fan. But me personally, of course, I'm going to thank him, man. Of course, if I'm there at the last game, I'm going to thank him. I'm going to show my appreciation because he's been an absolute amazing player for us. And fair play to him. But I agree with Steve that in terms of the three, there's no doubt that the other two are much more vital. But what will hurt me the most if he goes to Madrid is the fact that he's going to go for free. I'm a businessman, man. Come on, man. I'm a businessman, bro. How you doing us like that, man? Get me some money, man. We're already FSG, remember?
But like Steve said, they wouldn't pay necessarily because they got so many big contracts and they've spent so much money on Mbappe.
No, it's not they won't pay. It's not they won't pay, but they plan these kind of things in advance. 18 months.
They know what they're doing. How many players over the years have they got freeze, man?
They know what they're doing. They play these 18-month games in advance. They check out all the contracts of the big boys, and then they start working away. Yeah. And if they've convinced Trent and Trent wants to go, as I said, I'm not gonna cry. Absolutely, I'm gonna cry because we haven't got the money for it. 100%, I'm gonna cry. That's normal because I want money. Because we invest what we make. Our owners don't put their money in. So that could have been a nice sum. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when it is. But Toby, Matisse, sorry, I think he should be appreciated. And let him move on. He won't be the first and he won't be the last great player to leave a club in his prime.
Summer. But you've got a title, so you don't even need to worry about the summer yet. Enjoy what it is for now. We're going to get into super chats, people, because we're 45 on the dot. So before the hour, we hope to move on. And we've got a fair few super chats in. Obviously, Manscaped, they're sponsoring the show. Big them up. If you haven't, go show them some love. Use the link in the description or the live chat. I'll pin a comment for the people watching after as well. 20% off Manscaped, people. TB620 is the code. Anything across the site. If you use the link, it should automatically apply at the checkout. But just make sure, because if it's not, then make sure you input TB620 and you'll get 20% off. And there's, hella ranges coming out as well. So it's been a little while with Manscaped, but they're back. Show them some love, people. Make sure you show them what the Big Six community is all about. If you need something for yourself, obviously it's a male-dominated market, Manscaped. But as a lady, as a female, if you've got a partner, a brother, a dad, a son, a cousin, you can go get them something as well. So Manscaped, go show them some love, people. Let's get into the super chats. Big up Bada, he says, shout out to the ones that were doing content with, quote, window shoppers and, quote, zubi titles last summer. Hold tight, we'll piss on your graves all summer. Man said we'll piss on your graves. Dark. GJ says, can we get Tobes on the Jumbotron? Let his Shabozlai praise be as loud as his criticism. Our ballers turn up in the crunch game. Money well spent.
These men aren't consistent, man. I've said he's playing well, but they're not consistent.
It's just the way
just like Shabozlai. Give me a whole season of the Shabozlai that I saw at Leipzig, then we'll talk.
He's done more than half.
And Massum says, Turkish calculating how they could be 2 behind Liverpool. If buts and maybes, 2 behind. It must have been a long time ago. Brother, if Matisse had tits, he'd be a girl. I didn't even read that bit there. Sorry.
He already is a girl.
It's so childish. So childish.
Let me wait, what's that? Let me just get the Liverpool.
I think this brother's referring to your joke. People don't get your sarcasm, man, and your fucking sense of humor. You know what he's referring to, innit?
What?
Your equation you done, man.
Oh, yeah. Bodmas and bidmas and that.
Oh, yeah. He's talking about that.
People
no way.
Wait, man, come on. He's joking. He was taking the piss.
No way, man. Thought that was...
He was taking the piss out of Arsenal fans that do that, man.
Big up Lee, fellow Arsenal fan. He said, man thought they didn't want Arsenal to win because we'll be insufferable. Wait till you hear how loud Liverpool fans are. Prepare to feel sick. I'll caveat that with rightly so.
Yeah, but can we just put something out there? If you win the league, Grizz, you're not allowed to talk about it next season on the show because you're not allowed to mention it. You know what I mean? I'm not allowed to mention 4 in a row, the treble. You know what I mean? So you're not allowed to mention it. So once the season begins next season, no talk, because them Arsenal fans will start crying and whinging, and all Grizz does is mention the title, and it's not fair. You know what I mean? We don't want any of that shit. You know what I mean? So, have your summer, come back next season, don't mention it, yeah,
clear the system.
Sasito says, Grizz up the Reds, slot showing elite levels. Could he be the Paisley to our Shankly? Silverware beckons. P.S. Thanks, Steve, for the parking spot. Oh, yeah. He needs to get ready to hand over the goods 20 times.
Yeah, big up, Steve. That's my mate that asked for the parking spot. So Steve shouted him out. Thank you. Nice one, Sass.
Come on, big up. What's this one here? There to go. Big up. I don't think we were that bad yesterday. We just aren't close to their level at the moment. Win the FA Cup, get top 4, and go again next season.
Mate, I don't know how long you've been watching City. I don't know how long you've been watching City, so I don't want to say, but your name suggests you've been watching definitely for more than 7-8 years. You were bad yesterday. You
I don't
weren't
get it. Offensively, they were awful. Like
you.
Man
Yeah,
City at
I don't
home.
know how you're
with
saying you
0.6
weren't that bad yesterday. Even at the
0.6
back, man.
something XG. Really?
Mm.
Yeah, at the back they kept it outside of the two. They didn't give up like loads of chances.
What he's probably saying, to be fair, is we didn't play that bad on how we've played this season, because we've been fucking worse. So he's probably thinking we didn't play that bad, but obviously again we were bad. But I can name fucking 10 games where we were worse than that.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
Little Ziggy says, when Slot wins the league, will that overshadow Klopp's league win? Each are individual, man.
I think so.
It's a question that I don't want to discuss and think about yet. But there's going to be questions like that thrown up for content purposes. So I'll do content around when those questions come around.
Yeah, why not? Big up Football Carnage. Go subscribe, people. Perry says, what a win for us, Grizz. We dominated City. Egyptian King Salah, 30 goals, 21 assists in 38 games. So Buzz like masterclass. The title is ours.
Big up, Perry.
Adash says, from rock and roll, gegenpressing, I think it's fair to say Liverpool's identity is, quote, adaptability. Throw all and whatever you can at us, we will adapt relentless. On that, do you think Slots, because of the season Pep's having system-based manager and system-based managers because of Pep over the last 10 years, Slot's very different. Do you think this is a change in the football landscape potentially, or do you think it's still up for debate in terms of how because he is very adaptable. He hasn't got one system that he relies upon. Even as an Arsenal fan, I said we lack a plan B because it's very system based. Grizz, do you think it's the start of something, or do you think it's still too early to say? Yeah.
Too early to say. Go on.
I just realized how much we just disrespected Klopp. man got 99 points.
Bro, that's why
this is his team. How could we even contemplate Slots?
No, I didn't disrespect him.
I know you didn't. But I just like the fact that people are
opposition. Do you know what it is?
Crazy.
All week the narratives change now, innit? So now they've realized shit, Slot's gonna win. Now the narratives change from slot machine and who the fuck's this bald Dutch guy, another fraud, whatever. Now the narrative from opposition fans for banter purposes, from from content creators, content purposes. Now the shift is changed to, but he's better than Klopp. That means Klopp was a fraud. You know, come on.
The football that Klopp was playing that season. I'm sorry. That was unbelievable.
Jay says, Steve, can you ghostwrite for Grizz? He's not built for victory laps like this. Let Uncle enjoy, man. Trust me, he's gonna make us feel sick. I can see it coming.
They already know, man. They already hate me, man. You want me to fucking be totally hated and fucking.
Oh, they got the petition. They got the petition for you now.
That petition's going 1 week me, 1 week Steve.
Yeah, man, I don't think he got 100k signatures, so they fucked it. But they must have moved on to you now. I know. I've seen one about Grizz eating. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they want me out. They want me gone.
You know what I mean?
Head on a platter. Matt says VVD and Konate showing how good they would be in Arsenal's setup. Now stick Saliba and Gabriel on halfway line with high fullbacks and no 6 scary times. Nah, I don't think you can say that. But I'm not going to get into that. League in his first. Okay, yeah, this one's on Liverpool as well. Nev talks league in his first season, and man are still trying to hold on to phase 5. Arteta playing a 2.5 rated CDM as a striker. Arsenal fans in one sentence. Partly Arsenal, understandably, but we move. Yash says, big up Steve. We know you attend all City matches. Kudos to your support. Can we fans get a City rep on mob watch-alongs? I think a Tottenham fan repping us is jinxing our Big 6 record. No hate for Tobs. Love for the love. I did announce it during the last mob.
Wednesday.
I'll announce it again now. Tottenham Man City on Wednesday. Steve will be there. And it's taken a lot for him, you know. It's taken a lot for him not to go to a game because of this.
My first ever watch-along of Man City.
But it's a big one because everyone's playing on that night. So
Liverpool play Newcastle, Arsenal play Forest. So the whole league might be...
People, that will be your version of Gillette Soccer Saturday. I'm telling you now, be there on Wednesday.
100%. 100%. And obviously, moving forward, people, the plan is to expand the mob and whatnot. But part of the beauty of the Big Six is it's a mixed bag, both demographically, age-wise, race-wise, match-going-wise, and you know, it's not about trying to change.
Am I getting a platter? Do I get a platter?
Nah, you've missed the boat on that one. I'll be honest. It's
Hold on a
Morley's.
minute.
It's back to Morley's.
That ain't happening again. That ain't happening again.
What a 4 in a row platter.
Nope.
Next year, we're doing it again. That's a reset.
If he's getting a platter, if he's getting a platter for 1 league title,
Yeah, 4 in a row was last year.
I want a big platter.
We can't talk about last season. Remember, Steve? That's what I'm saying.
This guy loves not Chinese. This guy loves Turkish food, man. He loves Turkish food.
To me?
Steve, no, Steve.
I like it.
He loves Turkish food more than you Turkish, bro.
Oh, it bangs though. It bangs, bro. What do you want?
It does bang. It absolutely bangs.
Yeah, you can't say it don't bang because I see your 2 plates.
And take away.
Man had 2 plates.
I didn't take.
Hold on a minute. I've got something to say there as well, right? I was on the Big Six show the other day, and apparently we're not invited to Toby's wedding, right? I respect it. Hold on, I respect it. But this bastard here, he came to my 40th birthday party and ate all the buffet. He ate all the fucking buffet. Every time I walked over to the buffet, he had about 16 chicken legs. So at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if I'm not invited to your wedding. I'm coming to the night, dude, and I'm eating all your fucking buffet because you only booked me, yeah?
Bro,
I hear
Don't
it.
worry, Steve, man. The one
I
where
hear
there's
it.
actually going to be a buffer, you're going to enjoy next year.
Every time I seen him, the guy had it was like he was making
Yeah.
legs, man. Inexciting.
Listen, man, I need games.
Hey, Steve.
remember. It's in the
Steve,
vlog.
if you go to the mob highlights, yeah, someone timestamped the moment he says, "I don't even eat 9 out of 10 of this shit," and then 10 seconds later, his plate is full of everything in there.
No, it's not.
Everything there.
I had the meat, I had the salad, I had chips. That's what I had. That's what I had.
Grizz,
I didn't
leave.
have any of that aubergine shit and the rice and stuff and the bulgur.
Oh, cool. Big up for the super chat. Sorry, yeah, I don't understand the name, but I apologize to Grizz for letting culture scams and rants brainwash me into thinking Salah is a quote scrub, and the likes of Eze, Grealish, Doku, and Sancho are better because they shake their bum when they dribble. That is crazy. That is
Culture
absolutely
scams.
crazy.
That's a banging name.
Yusuf says, big up everyone. Been a fan of the show since COVID. Grizz, the football community needs a lecture on your tactics. Smash it to likes, people. Book coming out soon. Don't worry about that. Subscribe to Football Carnage. Lamar says, the pain of supporting a team who can't get over the line hurts more than having no chance. Congrats, Liverpool. Indeed. HW says, if Foden is meant to be the next quote creator, the heir from De Bruyne and David Silva, then you've really got huge problems for years to come. But when you look at Marmoush, the way he's gonna moving at the moment and next to Haaland, I guess that's the future too. But obviously with Foden, we'll see. It's going to be a big summer for City, or expected to be.
Verts is the one they want.
That would be sickening. That would be sickening. This one's from Stephen. Big up the Big Six. Can you give a 5-point criteria for biggest club in England? Liverpool revenue will be bigger than United's come next season and on. Stephen, I was actually going to ask about, it's going to be 2020, right? So I was going to ask, like, what determines the biggest, the most, like, obviously successful, and we'll talk about that on a future show because I think it's more than just a 2-3 minute answer, and we're going to have more than enough time.
Some guy did it. The Football Museum in Manchester, they ranked every club and they gave points. So you got 15 points for the Champions League, you got 12 for the league, and then they even ranked like the Fairs Cup 3 points. The Cup Winners' Cup was bigger than the UEFA Cup back in the day, and then they did it. And I find it's on TikTok, and it was like quite interesting to see. Like, there's not everyone's where you think, because some people have got fucking 20 odd fucking charity shields or so many league cups, and like it was mad how they did it. Like,
yeah, send that. I said that'd be interesting. Send that. Big up Blue Moon. He says we were trash and deserve nothing. We're too slow in the build-up play. And what happened to MLS Turkish? Stay humble, eh? Only team to do 4. And Blue Moon, look at your sentence here. How can you go from moaning to Arsenal all in one? Just take it, bro. Why are you talking about MLS in the Liverpool City segment? I don't understand. And Steve ain't even seen you yet, bro. Bro, I beg you show up, man.
He claims to live in my end. I've not seen him. So
link him up,
Marcus says-
Saeed, man. Link him up, man. And
Well, he's like, look, who can you link up when you can't see him?
oh yeah, true.
Micah says Van Dijk and Konate by far the best duo in world football. I wouldn't say by far. Pool team is an Isak, Huijsen, Kerkez, Tchouameni, somewhere away from domination in Premier League and Champions League for years. It depends on these contracts. Salah and Van Dijk being very key to it. Very key. But yeah, still more to come on that. Shamar says, Kevin, Jack, Stones, Nunes, Edison, Gundo, cover all need to go. They are all past it. Pep knows, and the players know it too. Congrats, Grizz, says Ricky. As I said on your channel, Liverpool winning the 20th is the best of the rest for me. Thanks for showing Arteta on how it's done with no phase BS.
Pleasure, mate.
Big up, Ricky.
Absolute fucking pleasure.
Box of Oranges says Steve isn't wrong about Trent. If he wants 350, he can leave. No hard feelings. Certified Premier League and Liverpool legend. So Hale says Foden playing football like his jumpers for goalposts, screenshots, half turn and shoot. Mo Salah is the GSMOAT. Forgot what did that mean again?
Greatest scoring.
Goal stat man of all time. Greatest stat man of all time.
Man, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Is that another culture scam? Fuck.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. It actually is.
Yeah.
Emeka says, big up. He says, Grizz doesn't speak for most Liverpool fans. Trent will not receive a warm farewell. Just look at the United game. Anfield cooking him.
Emeka, never. And I always say I never speak for Liverpool fans. That's the first thing I say. I always give my opinion. But with all respect, due respect, Emeka, I've been to 7 away games from Ipswich to fucking Forest, up and down the country. And I can tell you, the away fans or the fans that go to the match don't boo Trent. They get frustrated like fuck. But we don't boo our players. So I don't know what team you've been watching or if you've been to ever a game where there's real fans there paying real money to watch their players play. We don't boo our players, my friend. So however it looks online or whatever content creators you think that are booing them, stick to that, my friend. And I never, ever claim to speak for every Liverpool fan. But don't tell me that Liverpool fans were booing him because I'm there with them, fuckface.
Wow.
You might have just said that because that's what we was going to. Anyway.
Boom.
Poor guy was like, shit, let me just send a super chat.
No, he's a regular troller. He's a regular troller, even on my channel. He's a member of my channel, but he's a regular troller.
The member. They got the members. AK.
Man is a paying troll. I ain't seen that before.
Yo,
respect. You gotta respect.
We don't boo our players, man. When the fuck have you ever heard Liverpool fans boo their fucking own? Like Nunes is the worst of worst, right? He don't get fucking booed. We still sing his name for fuck's sake.
I've never.
I'm sure it would have happened. Maybe
I think Trent was getting some stick, but I don't remember booing. Yeah,
frustration, anger, like fuck's sake, Trent. Blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
And if it is, it's a minority, isn't it? That's all.
It's a rarity. He makes a good point because they go crazy. Like they were ready to punch me up for criticizing Nunes last season. So Grizz has got a fair point.
They were ready to punch me.
It's the truth.
Well, online.
Yeah, bro.
Online fans are something else, though, man.
Online is.
AK says, Grizz, if Trent leaves on a free in his prime whilst we're top, he's just another McManaman. If he stays, he'll be remembered as a legend. McManaman's actually a very good kind of measuring stick, I think, Grizz.
Yeah.
In how he'll be remembered.
Yeah, I get it. But those days were you could have been sneaky and get away with it.
He didn't have the title.
The media spotlight wasn't there.
Yeah.
The media spotlight now on Trent is way too.
I find it weird.
It's the titles, though.
It's the titles, yeah.
Should a top player leave you when you're shit, when you're at your worst possible position? If anything, he's leaving you in a great position to go and get a 100%. Great replacement. I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the logic.
It doesn't make sense. If he was doing this when they were
garbage,
when they knock, it's different.
Maybe fuming.
There to go or again says, I don't think we were particularly good, but on current form, it wasn't even close to our worst this season. Big up.
Yeah, no, fair play. We understood. Steve explained it.
And Blaze says, I agree with Steve. These Arsenal fans are bottle jobs. They're giving up again. It ain't over yet. You need to believe. Your Aguero moment.
Calm down, man. Calm down. I don't need that fucking shit all week. Fuck me,
when Steve says calm down for believe, you know.
Just calm down now. You're not built for that shit anymore. The DNA, it's in the DNA, man. Finished. Gone. It's not happening. It's never happening. Never.
Suj says, big up, gents. I know we are not talking about last season, but can we at least talk about Grizz's forfeit after Liverpool's? Only time I can tolerate. Steve's forfeit will be out soon, people. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell on. Love for the love.
Not my forfeit. Not mine.
I mean, Grizz.
Oh, Grizz's. Sorry. Grizz's.
No, your one's fixed.
I'm expecting Steve to finish last this season.
That's exactly it.
Don't worry, it's not happening.
Throw him off a cliff and say, believe, yeah? Say, believe, yeah?
You know what? Something around believe. That would be hilarious.
Listen, what I want to know is why are these Arsenal fans on this chat even listening to me? Why do you give a shit about what I say? Why does it upset you so much that Big Steve has said believe? Yeah, you should be concentrating all this negative energy on your club, Lego head, all that bullshit that's going on at your concentrate on that. Don't worry about Big Steve and what he's saying, yeah, because you don't know whether I'm taking the piss, yeah, or I'm serious, yeah, and it's burning your little tiny brains out.
Steve.
Just concentrate on your own shit, yeah. Don't worry if I say believe you're going to win the league, this, that, and the other. Just relax.
Remember,
man.
I want the people to remember he said that, because next week he'll be telling us to believe again, and then the comment section will be on me because I'm not arguing for you against Steve to believe in some bullshit. So just remember he said that, people, moving forward, so we know where we're at. Yeah, because he is right.
All I want to know is, all I want to know is, as a City fan, is anyone seen this fucking dog called Win? Because I ain't seen it. Where's it gone? Are we phoning the RSPCA? Do we need a welfare check? Do we need if anyone, I'll go to the training ground, we'll try and find a dog, because
I think they've realized what's you are right. You know, I haven't seen that. I'm not asking
that dog was getting wheeled out. There was a charity shield and a dog on a picture. Now the dog's gone, man. Where's the dog gone?
Find out next time on the Big Six. Wanted win. Let me finish off the super chats on this, and we'll move into Arsenal anyway. Adar says we need to write all these numerous records on a tissue roll because Salah is wiping his ass with the records this season. One of the best ever.
It's the best ever. There's no one of the best anymore. It's going to be, by the time it ends, it's going to be the best season ever from an individual.
Yeah, could be. Someone
it's
said
funny
the
how
dog's
no one
his name to believe.
It's Turkish.
Yeah,
I know it's hurting Turkish to hear that sentence that Grizz said, but if he hits 30 and 20,
no, you know what? I mean, yeah. Fuck it.
It's never going to be the it's not going to be as flamboyant as Henry, never. But it's mad.
It's peak. It's very peak.
It's mad. It's mad.
It's very peak, yeah. Because he's gonna do it. He is, because he's 4 assists away. He's gonna do it.
He needs to wiggle his bum more though.
Huh?
I said he needs to
I should say he toyed with Guardiola for that.
Oh, Grizz.
See, season-wise, it's going to be better though, because we didn't win the season on redone 24 and 20. We didn't win the league. So what Salah's doing, accompanied by the trophy that comes with it, it's good. I mean, you can bring up Ronaldo's, you can bring up Cristiano's season, because that.
Guys, I said it on the stream. I said it on the stream. Remember, I said it at halftime. Look at Doku and Savio. How many times they've cooked their.
Yeah, but bro, when we talk about Flair, we talk about Hazard. We don't talk about Doku.
And Savio. No, I'm just saying. But I'm saying no. But you're talking about Hazard then.
No, because I know I know the point you're going to make. You're going to say that the Flair and the cooking, and then.
No, but in the halftime. No, but remember in the chat, people were saying, "Oh my god."
I know, but
what's Salah done?
You still got to come with great.
What's Salah done? So the chat at halftime, Steve, was, "What's Salah done apart from get a goal and an assist? What's he done?"
They're trolling, man.
No, they were serious, Saeed. They were serious because that's the super chats they were sending.
Listen, it's modern day football fans, Grizz. What's Haaland done? 54 goals. But he don't do anything off the ball. He don't hold the ball up well. Fuck off. You know what I mean? It's just boring shit, man. You know what I mean? Some people they need to just fucking leave the house, sort itself out.
Yash says, it's funny how no one in the big six has a fit or functional striker.
Oh, that's not a bad shout, actually.
Yes, they do. Saeed's got 2.
Oh, yeah. He said functional for a reason. Maybe that's why.
Function, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Functional, man.
The man don't function
One
correctly.
of them's not really a striker, but yeah.
No one's got a fit or functional striker right now. No one.
That's the super chats on that done. But before we move, we have to do the predictions for Liverpool, Newcastle, and Tottenham City. And we haven't discussed Tottenham City, but really is what it is. We move. Let me bring the prediction table up with the points tally at the moment.
Did you add some points for yourself?
I got a correct score.
You got correct.
Well, what does that mean?
Did you not listen to what we said on the watch along, or what's going on here?
So, you know, like, come on, this is Matisse especially. This is like Ipswich taking City to court. Like, what have we got? What have I got to do with you, bro? Look at the table
I'm
here.
just looking for.
What have I got to do with you?
Oh shit!
I'm just looking for some
why is
consistency.
Southampton coming up to talk? Come on, bro.
I ain't Southampton. I'm Nottingham Forest, mate.
Yeah, even you lot, man.
Why are they talking about me finishing last when this Matisse sat there on his ass at the bottom?
Yeah, exactly. I forgot
Because
about
they
that.
know that I'm only down there because I was deducted. Because they can see the
Saeed.
correct scores, Steve. They can see the correct scores.
Saeed,
Yeah, what
be
you
very
saying?
careful, brother.
Oh
Saeed.
shit! Oh, Saeed was clear 4 weeks ago. Clear.
Be
Started
very
messing
careful,
about.
brother.
He started messing about.
Start messing about. I want to make it easy for you lot, man. You know what I mean? Give you lot a chance.
Wait, we got to stop Saeed from winning the 4-peat, man. Is it 4-peat?
Nah, Tobes
No,
won it
no,
last
three.
year, but
Three.
it would be his third full season though. The first one was half a season, but third full
We
season.
have to stop that shit, man.
Saeed, go on. Liverpool, Newcastle.
Liverpool, Newcastle. Liverpool at home, right? I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. I'm gonna say Newcastle are leaking. Can't lie. I'm going 3-1 as well. Let me not lose ground. Tobes.
I'm gonna go.
You go 3-2. 3-2.
No, it's too late.
It's not too late. You talk faster. It might have been too late.
Man said too late, you know.
Too
You're
late.
right.
That's
They're gonna
as
change
long as I
it.
speak, it's too late. I'm gonna go for 3-1. In fact, 2-1.
Too late.
No, it's not too late. Change it.
Chris.
I'm gonna say 3-1. Oh, everyone said 3-1. Yeah, fuck it.
3-1. Steve.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0. Matisse.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1. Saeed, back to you for Tottenham Man City.
Tottenham Man City. Damn, man, this is a tough one.
It's an interesting one, man.
It's an interesting one, man. I'm gonna say Man City to win 2-1.
2-1 City. I'm gonna go. Haaland be back, Steve.
Yeah, he's been training. Yeah,
I'll go 3-1 City. Tobes.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go for a Tottenham win.
Wow.
I will go for.
Look at this. Oh, Grizz, man.
I will go for 3-2 win to Tottenham.
Right.
Why not?
3-2.
Oh,
Grizz.
fair play, man.
I'm going for a Spurs win as well. 2-1.
Okay. 2-1. There's definitely goals in this game, that's for sure. Steve.
2-1 City.
2-1 City and Matisse.
2-2.
I was going to say that first. I was going to say
draw of the night. All right, complete. Signed, still delivered, no changes. All right, that's all the predictions, people, for Tottenham City, Liverpool, Newcastle. A reminder that we are live on the Mob Wednesday night, predominantly for Tottenham City, but Liverpool Newcastle runs at the same time or 45 minutes after, and Nottingham Forest Arsenal exactly the same kickoff time as Tottenham Man City. So we're there for Tottenham City predominantly. Steve repping, TOBS repping, but we've also got Liverpool in Grizz, Arsenal in me, and we've got Matisse there as well. When did Chelsea play? Tuesday. So I guess his mood will be dependent on that one there. But you have to host. You have to host Wednesday, then, isn't it?
My mood is stable. Don't worry. Regardless, we'll be there.
Are you sure? I've seen the thumbnails recently. Roses in your mouth.
Southampton
wine glasses up there.
Can I see that top?
He's gonna be happy.
Oh, this is just a custom thing.
Hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're cold.
It's on my Instagram.
I like them, you know.
It's nice. Something different.
Good.
It's mid. It's mid.
Oh man.
Right, well, you won't be getting one then, you dickhead.
That's fine. I don't need one.
Wow.
Why is TOBS
trying to show love to a company, and this guy just comes in with his fucking.
No, I'm only saying this. I'm saying it's mid because it's your club.
It's Chelsea.
No, it's okay. It's too late now.
No problem.
Well, since we're on mid and Chelsea, we might as well talk about Aston Villa loss, no?
Are we not talking about Arsenal's fucking capitulation?
Yeah,
No.
If you were managers, who'd get sacked first?
Maybe Steve, because Steve has literally just put it in the box.
We'll have a Braveheart speech in him.
Yeah, true.
We were second, 8 points behind with 6 games to go. If we'd have threw the towel in, we wouldn't have won the league. You should believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Try and believe. If you haven't got belief in the title race, you've got nothing.
2 weeks later.
It's over, man. Lock it off. But if Man City gets something off Liverpool tomorrow and we multiply by that by 3 or pi and we believe, right? Isn't that how it works?
That was magic.
You know what? Uncle Grizz, I want us to give him.
Gotta take it on the chin.
That's hilarious.
Steve, that was perfect because these men didn't know there was a clip, and he was the first one to talk on the Arsenal segment, so that was a perfect intro. Perfect intro. Yeah, here we are. I gotta take it on the chin without 4 in the row, or in a row, as they say. But yeah, I thought that was Lee Gunner that made an appearance on the intro too for 1 second, but
Yeah.
I was thinking, right, he brought Lee in as well. Cool. What is it? Where do we begin? Because
I just want you to tell me what's the answer.
What's the crack?
Yeah, I don't know. I've tried to help out. I've tried to give the energy and the positive thoughts. I've tried to crank a bit of pressure up on Grizz and let's get it going a bit. But they're just fucking. I don't even want to talk about it. Next season, if you want to put it in a contract, Big Six, that I don't have to talk about Arsenal, I'll fucking sign it. You know what I mean? I'm sick of it now. It's just, yeah. It's like that crackhead in the street, innit? You pick him up, you take him in the Greggs, you get him a sausage roll and some drinks, you sit him back down, you tell him to stay clean. The next day you go see him, you get him a Greggs. You know, you do that and you think, you know what, his cheekbones are coming back, he's looking good. And then the next day you see him off his tits in the entry and that, you just want to punch his head in and say, you know what, I ain't fucking wasting any more time with you, mate. And that's how I feel now with Arsenal. I ain't wasting any more fucking time with you, mate. So Turkish, it's on you. The petition's on you. I'm not giving any crap anymore, Greg.
This is you've just spoken from a personal experience. So you've definitely.
Yeah, mate, listen, SAEED knows me. I help a lot of homeless people out, mate. But when you're taking the piss, mate, I'm not doing it again. And Arsenal's like that homeless guy. They're taking the piss now, so I'm not picking them up. I'm not buying them a sausage roll. I'm not buying them a drink. They can sit in their own shit and get off the spuds at the weekend. I'm not having it, mate. I fucking finished with it.
I might actually put that in the contract. I might actually say, Steve, no more Arsenal. Yeah. I could do without that. I could do without that. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. I mean, I was never a believer like that this season, but at times I did believe. Let's not forget, I put a £500 bet down with Steve that one of us would win the league. Neither of us are, but there must have been a time where I did believe enough to be silly enough to do that. But here we are. I knew what was coming. So as much as Steve was saying what he was saying a few weeks ago, and like I said, remember what he said about 25 minutes ago? He knows how to get you, man. And by you, man, I mean the ones that in that video after the City fucking demolition job were just rattled to the core, asking why I'm not cooking Steve. And I said, we will be the main meal. And in the end, we are the main meal. But you lot won't be here today. No, you won't be here today. You'll be back for the transfer rumors and stuff like that, because I know how it goes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Quiet, and then it's back to transfer noise, and then that'll eliminate the noise of Liverpool winning the league, or so you say. And then next season, when Grizz is high and mighty saying, we've won the league, mate, so don't talk to us until you do, and I can't cook Grizz because of that, you're going to get in the comments and say, oh, Turkish is not a good representative. Let's fucking win something. How about that?
Real talk.
Let's fucking win something. But we're not going to do it this season. We're not going to do it this season. So, yeah, what do you lot want me to...
Champions League.
No chance. Let's
Bro,
not
listen to me,
let's
bro.
not waste time,
Please.
Show's long enough
With
as
what
it is.
up front? With what up front?
I'm joking.
I don't think they'll beat PSV.
The heritage of Real Madrid is waiting there in the Bernabeu. I hope you want to go there.
Bro.
If they get past PSV, they should.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I do. I really do want to get past PSV. I'm not overlooking them. I want to get past. I just want to. That's what Champions League is about. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see where we stand amongst these teams. Atletico one level, Real Madrid a completely other level. Let's see. Either or, I'd prefer Real just to really see where we're at. Let's see, because by that time we will have Saka and Martinelli back, so it'll only be Havertz missing. And I know a lot of people, since Havertz has been missing, have been asking, "Oh, you wish you had Havertz now?" Shut the fuck up. Of course, I wish I had somebody right now. Doesn't mean it's just Havertz. But against Real or Atletico, we'll have more of a shaped attack. So I'd like to test our team. We'll go out for sure. But let's find out where the fuck we are at, because I'm tired of these injuries, of this fortune, bad luck. It's also poor squad management. It's also a style of play that left us 6 points behind Liverpool before Saka got injured, before Martinelli, Jesus and Havertz got injured. We was already chasing, trying to claw things back already. So no one can look at the last few injuries we've had and say that's where our season ended. We can look at the window and say we could have covered ourselves a bit more. But the problem started game week 1, game week 2, game week 3. The way we were playing, the philosophy, the style of play, the Sterling signing. Come on. From there, I knew what it was with this club. And I was hoping to be happily surprised, because along the way, I wasn't expectant of challenging for a trophy in terms of a couple seasons ago for the Premier League. But Arteta managed to pull that out the bag. So you have some fans now trying to go back 5 years ago. We was 8th, I know. But 2 years ago, we was challenging for titles. So where 20 years ago, we was winning titles. So it's all good and well people saying 5 years ago we was doing this, look where we're at, or 8 years ago we can all do this. I can do 2 years and 20 years. And the comparison's very different. Enough's enough, man. Gotta win, man. This is not fucking kindergarten football. This is fucking elite level football, elite level sport, where winning is all that matters. In athletics, do you lot really give a shit who finishes second in the 100-meter race? No one gives a shit. So why all of a sudden in this football world are people trying to make it the journey, the story, the feeling, the emotion? All right, win something. That's it.
True, man.
I don't know what to say.
Been saying that.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. He said everything what we need to say.
Do I need to cook someone now? Just
no.
On
the comments, man. No,
can I cook Steve for 2 weeks ago? Can I cook Steve for 2 weeks ago? Because it might be a delayed reaction, but.
Where's Elisa?
Okay.
Is it Elisa?
I don't know the rules, man.
Yeah, where's Elisa? Yeah, where's
Elisa? Because the super chats were super.
And they were super.
You know,
yeah, they were lots.
Said a lot. I remember.
Listen,
a lot was said.
I told Elisa, man. I said to him, I said, listen, man. You are very sounding like a very typical modern day Arsenal fan, bro. Like big up to your fans. Like big up your fans and that. Yeah, big up your fans and that. But you are sounding like the original modern day Arsenal fan.
Arsenal.
Bro. Yeah. Elisa's my guy. Yeah.
No, he's our guy, bro.
I don't know. No. What I'm gonna say is I don't know how none of you lot took that 10k bet. I'll be real with you.
Yeah,
I don't know how neither of you took that 10k bet.
Yeah.
Wait, what 10k bet?
He said 10k Arsenal win the league. He said that to Steve
initially. I actually did take it, and it fizzled out. But
then he said it to Grizz. Bro, he offered 10k Arsenal win the league. I don't know how no one didn't bite, but here we are.
Yeah, so I can probably say that.
I got off the show, and somebody sent me a DM saying, "Don't fall for bets with drug dealers." I said, fair enough.
Nah, let me clear Elisa's name. Elisa's a
noble man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's like, you know,
I purely didn't make the bet
It'll
'cause
be
I'm-
here soon. I'm sure
not
of it.
paying-
If it's
I've
not,
been
I'm
saying,
sure.
look, look, I genuinely thought Arsenal were going to win the title this season, and that wasn't trolling at the start. That wasn't Grizz lighting at the start of the season. I think a couple of us did. I think maybe.
Yeah.
I thought it was their best chance. Yeah, and
You and Matisse predicted we win the league, I think.
I did as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
three.
I was doing
Three
the
of
you
us.
must.
Yeah.
But I knew City would drop off. So I just assumed.
That's
and
my point.
I expected it had to be Arsenal because I was
had
like,
to be Arsenal.
it can't not be because I don't think it will be Liverpool. I had Liverpool third. They didn't do any business. And then obviously, yeah, shit hit the fan. But
Was this their best chance, guys? Though, like, do we think?
Big facts. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what it is, yeah. I don't do the best chance thing because, bro,
Yeah.
at 2 years ago, you could say, "Is it your best chance?
It
5
wasn't.
points clear and whatnot." You know, last year not so much because it was kind of different.
The
But
first year.
best chances can look very different in very different moments and stuff. When game week 30, we were still 5 clear of City in 21, 22 or 22, 23. Sorry, that looked like. Is it your best chance in a while? Nah, this one does as well. I'm not saying you're wrong because you know the thing about football that people don't seem to understand. You need to take your chances because you don't know when they're gonna come again.
That's what you just said there is right. And the only thing I find very weird is that every time Liverpool had a slip and Arsenal had a chance just to crank it, they slipped. And I find that weird. That's why I feel like there's something else there where they're not taking advantage of it, where you think, right, Liverpool have slipped, let's go. Do you know what I mean? City would have done it, and Liverpool under Klopp would have done it. As soon as they smell the blood, you crank that pressure. But every time Arsenal, nobody thought Arsenal was losing that game to West Ham. Nobody thought that. And then it's mad. The season before, last season, Arsenal should have won the league. City should have been nowhere near that. We wasn't good enough, but we came in. They opened the door. And I feel like this Arsenal team now, whether it's the manager, whether it stems from him, they open the door all the time. They let you back in.
West Ham done the same last season as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat us 2-0. We had 30 shots.
Unbelievable. But that's why I was so happy that we capitalized this time because everyone thought
they've got a big dilemma at the end of the season. Turkish, you know that. This is how I see in my head. Are Arsenal only one striker away from finally winning it?
No.
Or are we all fucking deluded and he's not the man? And I genuinely don't know the answer to that.
Not anymore.
You don't think you're still one striker away? If everyone comes back fit,
no
and
way.
you get that peak striker,
no way.
No?
Yeah, definitely not.
You need a
No
couple,
way.
man. You need a
That's
couple
why I
more.
say you got to take your chances when you got them. Because listen, Partey and Jorginho is decent depth for the 6, especially when Declan Rice is naturally a 6. So you look at our midfield unit. If we got the midfield addition right, yeah, because we didn't get midfield addition right. But we need creativity against West Ham. We have no midfielders injured. The same excuse don't lie for midfield. Zinchenko is our midfield sub. Zinchenko, we've never brought on in midfield. So in crunch time, when we need a goal and we need to change up midfield creatively, we had Zinchenko. So the midfield is a problem. Go fuck yourself.
No, I've been asking for it.
How do you think he did?
We still lost the fucking game 1-0. How did he do?
I've been asking for it for months.
Partey and Jorginho are gone at the end of the season, Grizz. So the 6s are gone, right? Zubimendi might come in. Cool. Declan Rice, for me, is still not an 8. Will we sign another 8? Because Mourinho is not the player that you need if you need a goal in the midfield. He's not a creative addition into the midfield. Like if he was on the bench, it's not like he comes and changes that game in midfield. Attack, we've seen it in Leicester, but we've got problems. We need 2 midfielders, Grizz. 2 midfielders minimum, right? 1 to replace at least the 2 6s leaving, which could be Zubimendi, and we need a 10, a creative, mobile, direct 10, someone that and Odegaard can be the 8 in games where you can play 2. When you're expected to dominate, you're expected the team to be low block. An Odegaard and a new 10 can play together, right? This ain't me saying Odegaard's few because I see a lot of people saying that. I think Odegaard is still a very good player and asset to the side. But I just think his attributes lie better in the left 8 than the right 10. And I think when we see a proper 10 come into play, then we might open our minds to that a little bit. But right now, everyone's got their Arteta hat on and whatever he wants, he doesn't see it. I don't give a shit. So we need 2 midfielders. We need a winger and a striker because we needed a winger and a striker before Saka Martinelli got injured. We needed that before. That doesn't change. So we need 4 players. We need a backup goalkeeper, Grizz, because Neto's going back. That's 5 players. And to be honest with you, you might make do there and say, cool, 5 players.
Wow. So that's another minimum 200 M's I've just counted there.
Bro, that's 300 M's if they really want to be serious after saving money for
minimum.
3 windows. We've just saved, when the reports have come out, we could have spent an extra 169 mil in the summer or in January. We could have spent that. We chose not to, right? Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Wow. So we're good financially. We are good financially. Problem also we have is Jesus long-term injury. He's on 250k. So we are not going to be able to move him on in the summer. So next season we go in again with Jesus and Havertz on 520k. Will that hinder the wage bill?
Jesus is Lord.
Saliba's on 2 years to go. I think Odegaard's on 2 years to go. I think Saka will be on 2 years to go, if I'm not mistaken. So
listen, I'm already started.
It's shaky times. We have to because the first 3 months of next season will dictate, I think, how much Saliba decides to sign his new contract, or a Saka or an Odegaard or whoever else is Martinelli's is running. But I don't give a shit about his right now, so I'm not going to put his name with them. But we're in a situation now where we missed our chance, and it's going to only get more. Bro, Arteta said to us, don't listen to me, people. Arteta said you've got to maximize every window. He said that 2.5 years ago. If you want to compete in the Premier League across all competitions at the highest level, you must maximize every window. And the last 3 windows, we've minimized them. Make that make sense. Wow. Because he signed a new contract, and now get along gang. And that's what it is now. It's the get along gang. But when Wenger was get along gang, Wenger had the credit in the bank that it lasted and lasted and lasted and lasted. This one ain't going to go like that if it continues to go like this off the pitch. It's not. He's definitely our manager going into next season without a shadow of a doubt. We're getting top 4, right?
4. He's there. He's there.
But then the first 3 months of next season need to dictate how that season's going to go. We need to hit the ground running. We need to have the adequate window where January's forget about it. I don't want to care about January, because Steve very rarely cares about January's, because more often than not, Man City will do what they need to do in the summer to do the job. I want to get to a position where this summer we do what we need to do. But I know what it is already, bro. I know what it is, bro. We're not going to do that. We're not. So we'll be talking August the 14th or whenever it starts the season, and I'll be saying, we've left ourselves light, lads. We've left. Oh, but you got Nico Williams. Yes, we do, but we don't have this, we don't have that, and we don't have this. So as much as we might have this, it's not going to make up for all this. We're in that position now, bro.
Tobes, are they going to make a music video if they sign Nico Williams? Are they going to make a?
Yes, they are. They are. They're going to be eating. They're going to be eating paella outside of the Emirates.
Yeah.
Nico Williams.
Yeah.
You know who? You know.
But yeah.
You know, transfer window is ours. You know.
Nah, you see them, man. Oh, mate, you see them too.
Yeah,
I don't think this is the summer for them, because I'm no,
you will go big. No, they have to. Man United.
You know what I mean?
Man United.
We have his fade out, the hair's out, you know what I'm saying? And mashallah, you get me? He ain't looking to ramp this summer. You know what I mean?
I'm ramping, bro. I don't want the first bullshit I see, because June the 1st rumor I see that's bullshit. I'm quote tweeting it saying, shut the fuck up, man. And that's the tempo we're setting, man. Just for the whole summer, bro. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
And then on top of that, he has to contend with the fact that there was an image on Twitter with Arteta and the cronies and all these, man.
Oh,
you hypocrite.
Bro. Are you I believed it today, I couldn't believe, when you clap back, Turkish, someone actually believed that photo,
Bro, people. But it's fun.
People really
big up, no context though. Big up, because I see a few people getting at him saying, "Oh, it's fake. Why did you post it?" But that's no context, bro. That's what it's about. So big him up, man. I don't care about all of that. I let people talk who like to talk, because you can find out how full of shit they really are. Live by those words, people. So on Twitter, I let that run for 2 days, and then I go through the quotes, and I can see who the fucking idiots are. Mute. Beautiful. Who wants to engage with morons that would look at that picture and think I took a picture with Stan, Josh, Mikel, Edu, and Tim Lewis in a restaurant? Me, bro. You lot don't know me. No, I wouldn't do that.
You know what? The way you broke it down about what you need. Okay, that's a bit mad,
bro. People might think I'm not a real Arsenal fan, bro. I know my club. Like, I know, like, I get things wrong 100%. I get things right sometimes too. But ultimately, I know that this club will leave us in August with that feeling that we just haven't done enough again.
Wow.
Guaranteed. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I guarantee it.
3 words for you.
Don't trigger.
Do you know what they are? Do you know what they are? Can you guess?
Go on.
Trust.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Tap in Toby.
Yeah, you have to hold that, bro.
Trust. It's trust the process. That's what it is. Yeah. It's time for you to hold, because you are the master waffler when it comes to certain other panel members voicing their discontent at their ownership and the direction of their club. So this summer, I want you to believe, trust the process.
Oh
trust
no, Steve, he's taking
They
on
will
your
deliver.
role. No
Yeah?
shit. Got another believer.
We've done that. We've done that.
I've been through that stage of the process, Tom. Next one. What's after believe, bro? Please tell me.
No, this process is weird though. Now I get it now, and I see the frustration now, because look, I've been an Arteta supporter while he was building the club up and while he's building the team up. But now, even me or his most ardent fans, I'm not his ardent fan, but even his most ardent fans need to seriously ask, what is this fucking process that you keep
I don't think they
talking
will,
about?
man. Babs is still there, man. He's still, you know.
We need to stop doing this. It's not a process anymore. The process
Yeah.
ended.
Bro,
Yeah,
phase
yeah,
You don't do 2 title
Failed.
challenges.
No, it's a failed process. So now, are you starting a new process, or are you going to adjust that? What are you doing? It's true.
If you hold on a second, if you fail a process,
Yeah.
do you not get a new project manager?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's it. So if we're gonna say it's failed, then you have to get a new project manager. You have to.
The only thing I will
It's
say,
not, so it can't be done. So
Process.
they're at the
Process.
end of it, and now they have to win.
okay,
And you know what? To be honest, I said it earlier. I'll say it again. Because of the amount of injuries Arsenal have had,
That's
even
it.
though I agree with
It will
Turkish
must,
that
yeah.
it
I was
should
just
not
gonna
be
say that.
relevant.
I
When
was
the
just
end
gonna
of
say.
season review comes, it
Bang.
will be relevant, and it will be put into context of to why he didn't win anything, and he'll get an extra season to show
100%.
whether or not he can or not. He's lucky that the players didn't stay fit, because if the players stayed fit and he didn't win anything, it would be a completely different conversation.
I
But
agree.
because they
That
just
Saka one
keep
has
getting
saved him.
injuries,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
the injuries have saved him, because now
Yeah, that's Saka one as
because
well.
people forget that before the injuries they weren't playing well.
They have.
They
forgotten.
weren't playing well in open play. They were very set piece reliant, and they were off the pace in the league. But because of the injuries, now people will forget that. So now he'll get another season. He has to deliver next season. He has to.
Yeah.
Bro.
Teta.
So I think it's the transfer
Mickey-
window
Mickey
that needs
Arteta.
delivering before.
Oh yeah, of
before
course,
anything,
of course.
Before anything, I think a lot of the fans that are not like me have felt betrayed the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, in terms of, imagine how much shit they give people like me, or in general voice their opinions online, that make people like Steve or Grizz feel sick. Some of them are looking at themselves in the mirror thinking, fuck, I do talk a lot of shit.
Can I ask a question though? Why are we I know it's a loaded question, Shakara. Why are we just talking about transfers and players that you need to sign? I don't understand.
Coaching around here.
You probably
What about a bit of coaching around here?
No,
you
it's the
probably
truth. We're 1 hour 38 minutes in, and all you've spoken about is, oh, the cronies need to do this. Oh, they need to buy this. Oh, they need to do that. You're playing West Ham at home. And you lost.
What
And
about a
we're
bit of
only
coaching?
talking about transfers.
Bit of coaching around
Get
here.
the hell out of here. Sorry. West Ham. Even we pumped West Ham at home. West Ham. And we're here talking about
it's
we
crazy.
didn't have
No,
Saka.
that's
On a real
We
talk,
had
there's a
Perry.
failure in
We didn't
itself.
have
Yeah.
this.
West Ham
Shut
game.
up.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing it. Sorry. West Ham at home. Losing to West Ham at home. It's a disgrace. Just like dropping points at home to Everton, 0-0 draw. It's a disgrace. There are shocking results. And sometimes, just sometimes, you have to put some accountability on the players that went out there and were not able to get their game off. I'm sorry. West Ham at home. That is
remember-
a pitiful result. And
100%.
trust me, Coming from someone who's had many pitiful results this season, I know what a pitiful result is. That is a pitiful result. They didn't even play well, from what I heard. I saw the stats. I watched Wednesday today. It didn't even look like they did anything, and they
didn't play
left.
well.
And they left, and nobody can begrudge them for the 3 points. Nobody
But
can.
you are right. Maybe I haven't spoken about individual players, but earlier I said the midfield needed changing. We needed something different. I talked about Odegaard being it.
What about Calafiori?
Calafiori, yeah. I mean, Wan-Bissaka was probably, a candidate for man of the match, if not the man of the match. And when you have the least attacking fullback getting man of the match for his attacking, it's not. But again, I've questioned the signing of Calafiori many a time across the season. Not to say I don't think he's a good player and won't become an even better player. Could be. I don't know. You haven't seen enough of him. But to spend the bulk of the summer money on him, you expect to see a bit more than we have this season. And I can't lie, it was a shock for Lewis Skelly not to be starting the game. I don't think that happens to Lewis Skelly. I don't think Lewis Skelly stops us losing that game or potentially conceding a goal in a different way. But I don't think Wan-Bissaka takes the ball, faces up Lewis Skelly, beats him and gets a crossing, if I'm honest with you. I've seen enough of Lewis Skelly to be confident he can deal with Wan-Bissaka. So Calafiori, 100%. I look at that signing every week and I question it more and more, whether it's because he's not there or whether because Lewis Skelly's there or whether because he's played and he's not a real fullback, because that is the key as well. Arteta went and bought a 40 million centre-back to play left-back whilst not addressing the attack in any way, shape or form. Doesn't make sense. Odegaard hiding. You saw what I said about Odegaard's run against that was one of the most bamboozling things I've seen on a football pitch, what he done there. I said that he's probably a better 8. I want a better 10. Declan Rice, Lee really went off on him on forever in terms of his application against West Ham doesn't seem to be the same, or he's affected by it a bit more. He's only had that one game, that 6-0, where he did show up in, but aside from that, he got subbed early as well. Not that sub made any bit of difference, and it kind of was a shocking sub because
I was gonna say, wasn't that a bit humiliating, man?
I think so. I was surprised by it.
He was still playing for West Ham.
Yeah, I was surprised by it, but yeah, we're at this stage now where we've needed to deliver. We need to deliver, and Matisse is right. There are enough excuses in there for the end of season reviews to be very much on to the next one. But the reality is, Tobes is right. All of these problems were evident before Saka got injured. From early, when the transfer window was upon closing, a week or two left, Marino wasn't still in the bag and a striker, attacker was still needed. Yeah, it was very evident from before. But you're right. What other players do you want me to pick out? Calafiori.
I'm not even talking about picking out players. I'm just saying in general, it can't just be on transfers because we've spoken about the manager tactically, he's taking you lot backwards this season, I would say, in terms of like cutting edge thrust. And I think some of your players haven't delivered. I think all of these things are an issue. Like, I'm not saying injuries don't play a part. Injuries 100% have played a significant part in why you're not going to be able to claw back a deficit. But the deficit existed before the injury crisis. You've been chasing Liverpool all season, pretty much, right? You've not been playing your best football for the majority of the season. You've been able to pick up points. You've been able to chug along here and there because you still have a plethora of options to a certain extent, but it's just not been good. And these wet wipes in the comments saying, "Oh, who are you to talk? I'm a football fan. I watch football. Just because you support another team does not mean you suddenly become blind." I hate that analysis. It's stupid. What? Because I support another club, I just become blind. So you can see it, but I can't see it. Nonsense, bro. Shut up. You lost to West Ham. It's a shocking result. End of discussion.
Well, you're a Tottenham fan anyway, man. Tell them to hold that, man. You know what I mean? You don't give a shit what they got to say.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
End of discussion. If this was any other team, bro, the way I got flambéed when we lost to Leicester, to Ipswich at home on the show, because certain results are just unfathomable.
Yeah.
Especially in the thick of a title race. You're losing to West Ham. Come on, man.
Because the time is running, 1 hour 43, and we've still got 3 predictions to make and a couple of results to talk about. And Elise has stepped into the building. Big up the community. Let me get Elise's super chats in and the rest of the Arsenal related super chats. And he starts with, always been here, still here. Congrats, Grizz. We ain't got the facilities. Turkish, I'm loading up a consortium.
Big up Elisa.
Bro, I can't lie to you. I know your money's long. So are you being serious, bro? Message me. Because if you are, I'll do a video tomorrow saying Elisa in, Cronk out, bro. I'll start the fucking
Bro.
Just let me know.
Anyone else, you just pass that off. But when he says it, it's like, yo,
Elisa ain't a joke, man. You know, he's got the facilities. Oh shit, I thought this was Elisa because it's purple, but big up Keith.
Nah, this is my guy Keith, you know, from my channel. So big up Keith. Man.
Big up Keith. He said Tobes is spot on. There's been a lack of accountability from the Arsenal camp. The fan narrative of constantly feeling sorry for yourself has seeped into the players. I said this title race needed fighters. You can't get into the ring with doubt.
You know, big up Keith. He said it 2 weeks ago. He said Liverpool, we've got the fighting facilities, and we did come out fighting. So big up.
Just to add as well, this is a great opportunity to put pressure on your board. If you're making excuses as to why you didn't win this league at a board level, they'll just be like, oh, well then as soon as Waka Waka comes back, everything will be fine. You have to make sure that you understand that you have an opportunity to put serious pressure on your board to make that summer count.
Pressure from where, Matisse?
The fan base.
Nah, you got to, man.
Don't just let these men get away with it and say, oh, well, we had injuries. So then when everyone's back now, everything will be fine. Because it will be whack up front with Jesus. And then next season, same problem. You won't have enough goals.
Oh, we're gonna hear the like a new signing. You think Havertz is not gonna be like a new signing come August? You must be kidding yourself. 100%. Straight out the book of Arsenal.
I can see the edits already, him training and sweat dripping off. You know, doing shuttle runs and things. Yeah.
He's back and he's different.
The way that you should see it is, I'm not trying to take the piss, but you should see it as Saliba's last chance. Because I'm telling you, if you don't win the league next year, you don't win something major.
Oh, I see. That's how I see it,
there is no reason for Saliba to not think.
That's how I see it.
Okay,
that's what they want.
I'm gonna go now.
That's
you know what I said about Real Madrid. Real Madrid start working 18 months early. How long has he got left? They've done the same to all of these.
No, but the thing about Real is, the thing about Real is they're gonna get who they're gonna get. Let's just get what we need whilst we've got him. Whether we win a title next season or not, he's gonna go. Bro. Let's make sure we win it because we're a lot more likely to win it with him than we are to win it without him. And this is what I mean about taking your chances. But winning a title, I know, doesn't stop a player. Look at Trent, for example. Doesn't stop players from going Real Madrid. Like they're gonna go if they're gonna go. But let's just fucking do it with the players we have now. So when they do go, like Henry when he went to Barca, I look at Henry and think, good luck, man. Go win the Champions League there. I get it. But I look at Fabregas and it's heartbreaking. Or I look at Van Persie and it's go fuck yourself. It's different feelings because Van Persie and Fabregas didn't win at Arsenal like Henry won. And I can be like, hey, au revoir, man. Va-va-voom and all of that. Go enjoy, man. You know, let's win with a Saliba. Let's win with a Saka. Let's win with the Gabriel, 27 years old now. You know, this team is not that young, exuberant. It feels like just yesterday we was the youngest team in the league. And, you know, the experience, free. You know what I keep on saying to myself? I think I'm going mad. In my head, City, Arsenal, Liverpool. City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Liverpool, Arsenal, City. How the fuck is that just running through my head? Just running over and over again. I'm putting City third. They might not even finish third, but it's just to hear second, and the team third. But
it's crazy.
Fuck off.
Second again, ole ole.
You motherfuckers. Who told me to make this show, man? I should have just done my
honestly, I love it, man. I just love it. And you know why I love it, Turkish. Because
I know you love it, and I just hope one day we do win it. Because
the hypocrisy of some of your fans. Oh my days, man. Oh.
You know what's funny? If we finally do win, sign and win, these are the fans that are gonna say to me, "You can't enjoy that. You didn't believe, and you didn't fucking do this." And go fuck yourselves. Where are you? Come in the comment section today and ask to replace me today. Replace me today.
What's that thing your club tweeted? And big up Lee Gunner because he reminded me of it. Pressure is a privilege.
Oh my god.
That was beautiful. I love that.
Something like that.
Where was that on Saturday?
And proceeded to finish second.
That was
Who tweeted that?
The Arsenal admin.
Arsenal
admin. Yeah, pressure is a privilege.
Pressure is a privilege.
Bro.
Your club.
So what's that mean? Like that we should be content with.
You should be happy that you're under pressure to win. Yeah. You should be happy that you're in contention. Yeah.
The absolute
a
balls
privilege.
of that admin to just.
So
Let me continue anyway. Let me
Let's
continue.
move on
Big up,
because we got another.
big up Elisa and Keith. Yeah, we do. Let me do the super chats and then we'll keep it moving. Jazzy Jeff said, 1st of July 2019, 40 men stood outside the Emirates and revolutionized Kroenke out. Bottom mid last ep. Quote, we had the biggest Spurs protest. Have you even contributed to a protest or do you just roid rage in your room?
I don't take roid, you little bitch. Yeah. if you ever want to get real muscles, come to David Lloyd in Enfield and see how real people train. You pussy.
Wow.
Oh,
He's calling them out.
Jazzy Jeff.
I've been to multiple protests. Multiple.
Oh shit, he's got the display. That was 2019. It was 6 years ago I did that. 6 years ago. That protest, shit. 1st of July 2019. Crazy. Crazy. Big up Jazzy. Daniel says, even as a United fan, can't rely on Arsenal. You lot don't have the minerals to win the league. The true bridesmaids. Turkish spitting facts for time. That's on United. Then we save that one better. Litty committee. We'll get this one in. Big up my brother tapping Tobs, but I'm the better looking brother.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, just move.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just keep it moving.
Oh shit!
Keep it moving, man.
Okay.
Let me move. West Cop, I'll save that for United. Jack says, actually agree with Steve. Fans leaving 80th minute are pathetic. I don't care if we're losing. It's not the players' fault. We haven't got signings. Go out on your sword. Fans ain't built for title races. So hyperbolic. I agree with that as well. Lee Judges even mentioned them forever as well. He mentioned that, yeah, it doesn't make sense to him. But as I said, you know, fans are different now. They're connected in different ways. You know, a lot of fans do feel like customers, and that's what it is now. That's part and parcel of when you take a club down the route of the company like they have done with Arsenal. This is a risk that they also play with. The true fan, you know, the true, and I don't mean true fan core comes just from OGs or fair. Young people are true as well. But yeah, you lose that when you just act like a company and you don't give the true loving fans what they deserve as well. The guy, now let me say that for United. Weasel King says, hey, Apple takes 70% from creators when you super chat with Apple Pay. Apple takes 70% from creators when you super chat with Apple Pay, is it? I thought Apple Pay don't charge nowhere, nothing. I use Apple Pay all over the gaff. Yeah, I think that's slightly wrong, but yeah, I'll double check it anyway. I don't know. Vibe says I think the point, at least my comment was about fighting back and not cooking. Bending over till we win a title sounds a bit insane. You don't punch down, respect that, but I'd put more respect on our fans and club. I mean, listen, Vibe, I saw your comment and yours was respectful, and the respectful comments, love for the love. I don't mind criticism. I don't mind feedback, but it's the disrespectful comments I'm going more after. In terms of put more respect on our fans, it's not for me to put more respect on anyone. I talk for myself, and that's what it is. If I feel like, you know, something like a song in the fan base or the online world is a problem, I'm gonna mention it, bro. Like, what do you mean put more respect? When our atmosphere was booming for 2 years, I used to mention it on the show. We've got the best atmosphere in the league at this moment in time. Big them up for that. But when it's the opposite, I'm not gonna. Why am I gonna fight for a club that don't fight for itself? And I don't mean the players here. I mean the club, the company. Why would I do that? Surely that's stupid to do, Vibe. No, surely, because I think it is. But yeah, let's move. Root says, thank God this is over. I can't take these Arsenal grifter accounts selling copium for another game week. It's not over. Trust me on that. You're gonna hear it again. Blaze, again, I agree. Turkish, we casuals also wanted to be Madrid. Marino in 9 and Sterling running the flanks at the Bernabeu. We want to see something.
I love that. I would love that more than you can believe.
I would pay to see that shit.
We must have Saka and Martinelli back for that, is what I'm saying. Obviously, what you're saying there is peak. It's peak, but yeah, it is what it is. Not to distract from the main topic, Vibe adds, as we as a club manager players have collectively dropped off. We deserve nothing barring the 2 youngsters we have nothing to show for. We bottled it.
Real fan.
Unfortunately.
Real
Yeah.
fan.
Unfortunately. Toby Suleiman says, big up Turkish, big up everyone on the show's best football pod. Turkish, is Arteta top 5 man? What a time to ask that. Is Arteta top 5 managers in Europe? No.
Is Arteta better than Conte?
No.
Oh, he's asking you because you
Different
asked
answer.
before.
A year and a half ago.
Different
No.
answer.
At the time you said, would I swap them?
Oh,
The question
okay,
was not
okay.
who's better. At the time you said swap them. Yeah, let
Okay,
me just,
okay,
wording is
You know
key.
what? Fine. The VAR came true for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, man.
Jack says, I hope Mikel walks, or maybe this fan base will wake up to Kroenke. They are the common denominator, and they completely shafted him this season. Mikel in and out, all distractions from the Kroenkes. They'll hire Cesc next. Watch. But Cesc loves the club more than let's keep it moving. I'm sure I've missed a couple. Actually, let's get the last couple in. Morton says, big up. The only way Arsenal can reach Liverpool now is if Arsenal hire BS so he can threaten us with the shark. Big Steve. Can't see Severance not crashing. Mystery box within mystery box. Great characters, but can't see it being satisfying.
He's talking about the show, I think. I can't wait to start. I'm letting it build.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like Lost. The amount of work they're going to have to do to explain it. Yeah, it's like one of them shows. But hopefully they do. Because From is a good show as well. And they've managed to explain that quite well. And that's from the makers of Lost. Even though Severance is completely different. But yeah.
You watched that new one with Stephen Graham on Disney about the boxing?
I'm going to watch it.
Is that with Ashley Walters as well?
Yeah.
Ashley Walters is in some good stuff right now.
Okay.
Started watching it last night. It was good, man. Good.
It's good, yeah.
Ashley Walters is killing it.
Big up Ashley as well. He's a big supporter of the show, the individual channels as well.
Listen, Ashley, get us in the next Top Boy, man. If you're a big supporter of the show, fucking about. If you get us in the background, I'll wear a Trap Star tracksuit. Me, I don't give a fuck.
Can you imagine? Fucking hell.
Top Boy Manchester. Top Boy Manchester. You might
honest to God, yeah. Us just standing in the background while somebody's getting shanked, bro. We're happy.
I'll throw some off the high rise flats. Me, some Arsenal fan.
Steve will be a bodyguard when the youngers have to go cunch.
MS says we were relatively injury free last season and people still backed Arteta. He has no more excuses. He has to go. Frank says, how are you feeling about Odegaard as captain? He passed. Oh my God, one free kick back, gave the other to Sterling. They were both. I don't get it. Then put hair gel on after the. That can't be true.
No,
that can't be true.
He's taking the piss, man.
Yeah, it has to be.
Let's be honest. Kroenkes only care about the top 4. 21 years of history show us that it's all smoke and mirrors with them. 100%. Suj says we are more than one away. You still need 6 minimum. 8, 10, left wing, right wing, keeper, striker. If an offer comes for Odegaard, I'm selling. I'm not selling Odegaard, but if an offer comes in for Martinelli, I'm selling. That's for sure. Maybe Nottingham Forest. They seem to be doing well.
Grizz is stressed because now people expect him to defend his title.
Rishab says, at what point do clubs become irrelevant based on their major trophy drought? Arsenal up there with Spurs right now. Can't be irrelevant in this day and age. It's big business now, man. I get what you're trying to say, but yeah, the fan bases are there. All right, let's move. Actually, Saeed, Forest, Arsenal prediction.
This is very interesting. Forest always bounce back after a loss, man.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, you haven't said.
Forest to win.
No way.
2-1.
2-1 Forest. 3-1 Forest. Tobs.
What?
Forest play on the counter. Forest play on the counter.
Yeah,
they do
the
a
counter,
lot. That's exactly where we fucking back. That's how
peak.
West Ham scored.
I'm going to go for 1-1 though. I think it's going to be a very stinky game to watch.
Someone did say now the pressure's off, we win that game, and that kind of rings true. But I don't think
Forest got something to play for, man. They need to bounce back.
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Grizz.
1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal.
He's trying to do something.
I'm just doing my prediction. What do you mean I'm trying to do something?
Steve.
2-1 Forest.
2-1. And Matisse.
2-0 Forest.
You lot are mad.
Man, think for 2 with no reply.
Well, they have a great. When they want to defend, they can defend.
Yeah, no,
no
that's
attackers.
mad.
And they've got a punch in
The reason why they're up
attack,
there is
man.
because of their defense usually.
And who's scoring for them as well? Like, what's...
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, before we do move on, I need to see something different from Mikel now. The last 11 games of the season, you know, we've seen what we've done this season with and without injuries. Hasn't been good enough, hasn't been fluid enough. We need to find the next step into what this process is, and that's on the pitch tactically. I need to see something different, regardless of we've got our full midfield there and full defense there. Yes, attack is you know, it's difficult at the moment, but let's try something a bit different, because going out the way we're going out at the moment, you know, it's unacceptable. So I want to see something different, whether that's just letting off the shackles a little bit, or I don't know, 5 at the back, 3 at the back with 2 fullbacks high up. I don't know what it is. Let's see something different. But yeah, let's move. I mean, you both, well, United did claw it back. Chelsea lost. This is a part of the show where I bill it, man. So
it's
you
2 hours
decide
in.
it, you know.
It's 2 hours in.
Talk about because you love fullbacks in the midfield. Why? Can you talk us through Reece James in the midfield and how good?
Yeah,
that
I
was?
mean, yeah, I'll start with my game. Don't worry, Saeed, I won't be long. Yeah, it was.
Man. Why are you worried about me, bro?
I'm not worried. I'm worried about many other things. Don't worry. No, it was actually a very good selection by Maresca, because he did something different and it worked for the first part of the game. Like Reece James in midfield, my main issue with him playing there has always been like whether or not he'll be durable and get through the game, and physically can he handle the demands. But technically I didn't have any worries. Neto up front, counter press, making runs, very direct, working the back line, much better, like 10 times better than Nkunku up there, even though he ain't a striker. Just the willingness to actually want to be, you know, up there and make things happen. He played Gusto as an actual fullback, or, you know, up and down. He making loads of runs, overlapping. But it wore off. It wore off. And it wore off for many reasons. I think we're still going to have to always go back to that recruitment. We're always going to have to go back to the squad building. I think the team lacks certain tangibles that they can't go up against teams like Villa at Villa Park and get through difficult patches of the game. We saw Liverpool do exactly that in midweek. They know it's not going to be an easy game. There's an intensity there. There's a physicality there, but you get through it, you get a result. We're not capable. We always capitulate. We always make individual errors. We always have bozo moments in defense, whether it's the goalkeeper, new keeper this time, same shit, or it's individual errors. Gusto was absolutely atrocious. He's getting cooked. Even in the first half, when we were good, we were still giving up some chances on the crosses. We couldn't defend the wide areas. The defenders look shaky. They don't clear their lines. They just let the ball just go across the goal. But the manager, the one thing that I'm going to criticize him for, because I do think he did a lot right, but not taking off Gusto in that second half when Rashford is repeatedly cooking his ass is crazy. You can see it happening in 4K. Just make the change. You've played Josh Achampong before. I know the bench is full of kids. I know there's loads of young players, but you've got to use them, because if you don't, that's going to happen. Like at least give we've just spoken about, you know, Wanyeris and Lewis Skelly's and Connor Bradley's and all sorts of young players. You know, you're not going to know until you try. Some of them might surprise you. It's better to try that, continue to be proactive, continue to make an effect on the game, make change, than just watch someone die. He was dying. Rashford had his best game in years. The guy was cutting in, creating. Asensio gets both the goals. It was crazy. Jorgensen, I don't need to say too much with the mistake. I don't like project goalkeepers. I don't know what we're doing. Signing goalkeepers that are, you know, still in their development years, and we've got like 7 of them. We should have got a top goalkeeper. This is a goalkeeper. This is a position you don't play with, and we play with it. So that's what happens. That's what you get. Goalkeepers are meant to save you points, not cost you points. And all has happened this season is our goalkeepers are just been costing us points, making errors and brain farts. And yeah, Enzo, I thought Enzo was our best player. He put work in. He got his goal. He was covering ground. But the midfield was always going to gas out as it always does, and we don't have anyone to bring off the bench. Make it make sense that a team that have spent the amount of money we've spent cannot bring on a midfielder. You can't, the engine room, Jacob Ramsey, Rodgers, McGinn, Tielemans, hard work, intensity, away from home. You can't bring on we can't make midfield subs. We cannot make midfield subs.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
How have you spent so much money on all these goalkeepers?
Yes.
And they're all shit.
But this is why I criticize, because we have spent roughly 200 million on players that are either not here anymore or are out on loan developing. And the one player that we signed in January, I didn't even ask for signings in January. I asked for you to recall some of the players we have and to loan someone. And we decided to spend money on a 19-year-old kid from Saint Etienne who's sitting on the bench. He shares the same first name as me. His name's Matisse.
I was going to say, he's got your name in it.
He's sitting on the bench, twiddling his thumbs. He can't come on and help Caicedo. He can't come on and help Enzo. He can't come on to see out a game. We've got better midfielders out on loan. For other clubs, we have at the moment a better goalkeeper out on loan with Strasbourg in comparison to what I've seen from Sanchez this season. But we prioritize stockpiling kids and adding more fuel to the fire. We've already fucked up.
Who's the better keeper out on loan?
Petrovic has been
Petrovic,
has been better.
that's the one. Why did you loan him anyway?
Well, listen, I think it was because they didn't feel he was good enough with his feet and the manager wants to play out from the back. But yeah, that's a story for another day. The overarching point is that you can't. This is why I want these directors sacked. And I said it last season. I'm going to say it again. These directors need to be sacked. People right now, there's a protest tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. People are talking about the ownership. It's very difficult to get ownership out. Even if you were to be successful, it takes years to get an ownership, to get an ownership transfer of power. It's not going to happen in the short term. These directors need to be sacked for the way that they've allocated the funds that they were given. Even if it was mandatory to spend that
hold
billion.
your fucking horses. You've got 10, 20 years of this before you
No, I'm not doing no 10, 20. This is not a jail sentence.
This
is not a jail. Listen,
you got to suffer, man.
No, Saeed.
I just want the master away.
Brother Saeed, you got Ineos. Ineos is new.
You got to suffer, man.
Yeah, so you were happy. Man. You were doing Ineos propaganda. So you're not allowed to jump in there with Turkish and talk about. Nah, you're not in jail. You're happy.
No, we still got Glazers though. Still got the Glazers. They're the majority owners. So,
bro, you cannot spend this amount of money, even if the criteria is to build a young team, and misprofile it this badly. There should not be this many gaps and holes in the squad. I should not be talking about not having a striker. I should not be talking about not being a threat from set pieces. I can't remember the last time that we scored from corners or from free kicks. I cannot be talking about having no leader and no A-side centre-back. I cannot be talking about having no goalkeeper. I cannot be talking about these things. It's negligence. It's a farce. So for me, that's where I would start. The manager, that was one of his better games, even though we still lost. But yeah, listen, I don't know what's going to happen to us. We're dwindling between. I mean, if we win our next two games against Southampton and Leicester, which we should, we'll be third. We'll be third. But you know, I hope whatever happens, it doesn't cover the cracks of what's happened this season.
As bad as it is, and as bad as it, I think they got like 2 wins or something like that in how many games? Like the top 4 race, like it's still there. Bournemouth lost. I mean, City lost as well. Like it's still there for them. You know, that's how much.
Yeah, but bro, I wanted to qualify off our own back. I wanted to qualify because we've had a good season. We've been consistent and we've played well, and we can see progress. Right now, we're regressing. We've won 2 games out of our last 10. Our squad building has been shown up to be a farce again in January. We've let go of players that just joined in the summer. We're not addressing our issues. I'm gonna get to Cole Palmer because there's chat spamming it. Calm down. But like for me, it's the way that you get Champions League, because we have to get Champions League. But I want us to deserve it. I don't want us to get there just on luck. I don't want us to get there just because we shithoused it. Because if we get there and we shithouse it, these ownership and maybe even some of our fans will think, "Oh, job done, jolly good, 100%. And then they'll rest on their laurels, and then the bullshit will happen again in the summer, where they'll get themselves involved in deals that don't concern them, right? There'll be nepotism, there'll be deals done because a friend of a friend, and then next season when we need to kick on and we should be going for the league, because I think people are forgetting. I think we should be going for the league next season, right? I think I'm well within my right if you're going to spend this kind of money and you're going to rip up everything that Roman Abramovich did and said, I'm going to do it better. I'm going to come in here and do better than what the last guy did, because he wasn't competing for leagues year in, year out. He didn't do a three-peat like City. He didn't do 4 in a row. He didn't win. Okay, so cool. I'm going to do it better. Okay, so let me see better then. Go for the league next season. What's the hold up? Okay, so this is what I'm saying. We're not ready to do that because we're acting like clowns. And I don't want to be in the Champions League just to be there. I want to be in the Champions League because we're fucking good and we're going to try and go right to the end. That's what I want. I don't want to crash out in the group stages. But if we sneak it, I have a feeling these men are they're gonna take the piss again, and then we're probably gonna I don't know what we're gonna do. We look like we're just here to participate, not to take over the way we're moving right now. That's what it looks like.
The top 4 race, though. I mean, look, the title race there was never a race for me. It's done, right? But moving forward, I'm looking at how to maneuver this show, and Matisse, Steve, your time. Top 4 race is looking Newcastle 44, City 44, Bournemouth 43, Chelsea 43, Villa 42. That's where the attention's going to. Well, Forest, currently 47, but actually that's only 3 points away from 5th. They're in it. They're in it. So this is where the attention's going. Cool. Sorry, I'm just working out the future.
You said you
were going to do Cole Palmer. You said something about you.
Yeah, he was poor. He was really poor. He's been poor for months, but we're not in a position where consequences can happen. It doesn't matter how poor he is. He's going to start every game, and we have to start him every game. And I think he knows that. And I don't like that, because I would like for people to get a kick up the arse. I would like there to be competition, but that's the old Chelsea. The old Chelsea would be able to tell a top player or a player that's been, running things, hey, if you're going to piss about, we'll put you on the bench. It's not a problem. I've seen Juan Mata, 2-time player of the year, phased out by Jose Mourinho, So I've seen competitive midfields where we've been able to be thinking, damn, do we play Makalele, Ballack, Lampard, or Essien? What do we do here? But we're not at that stage. So it's difficult because I'll criticize him for being poor. I think his attitude needs to improve. However, he's not stupid, right? And the thing is that if we're complaining as fans that the manager is saying we're ahead of schedule to be in top 4, but we all know we need to be in top 4. I think also Cole Palmer is listening to these quotes, and then he's flip-flopping and saying, actually, we should be in top 4. We're going for Champions League. By the way, the players don't get their full wage unless they're in the Champions League. We have things in their contract where if you don't play in the Champions League, your money drops. So the key players and the best players are not going to like that, and they're not going to settle for that, because Champions League clubs will want them, and they feel like they deserve to play Champions League football. This is why I don't make any excuses for us missing out on Champions League football. We need Champions League football revenue-wise. We need it because some of these players, that's their aspirations, and rightly so. And we need it because we need to kick on. So when people are telling me, the manager said we're ahead of schedule, very few people, but some people, there's always some in the fan base. If we get Europa League, it's not a disaster. It is a disaster. It's ridiculous. You can't even begin to compute that as a reality. So I think he's just fed up. And I've said it before, you're a product of your environment. If you surround yourself with people that are not ambitious, that are not trying to kick on, people that are there to take the piss, you will eventually fall into the trap of being just like them. That's why people try to surround themselves with like-minded individuals. So as much as Cole Palmer's stinking up the gaff, this guy's been carrying our attack for 18 months. At some point, it's going to catch up to him. What top player performs in a team that is performing badly consistently for years and years? What top players leave? They don't do that. They don't stay. So he was gonna drop off eventually, but unfortunately, it's happened now. And that's what it is.
It's a very nice way of saying this guy's not playing well.
I did say he's not playing well, but he's a 22-year-old, and
I said it's a very nice way of saying he's not playing well. But noted.
Listen,
of course, I don't expect you to lambast your best player this season. That's what I'm saying. But it's a very nice way of saying he's playing poorly. That's what I'm saying.
He's a young player. He's been carrying the team for 18 months. He's not surrounded by world-class players. He's surrounded by a couple of other top players and a coach that has. And not a coach, ownership that have set the ambitions and the standards on the floor. So I'm not surprised that he's dropped off. It can happen.
It can
happen.
I heard about Enzo in a while, but we'll leave that for another day.
Enzo was good. Enzo was
he
good
was
that game. He was our
He's
best
doing
player.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He's actually not.
Caicedo?
He's Caicedo. I cannot fault
I thought Caicedo
Caicedo this
was good.
Caicedo
I thought Caicedo
this
was good.
season. I
I
cannot
thought
fault him
Caicedo
this
was
season.
good.
Caicedo's been our best player this season. He'll be get player of the season, I think.
Oh, Neto was all right as well.
Yeah, Neto was good.
What
Neto
are we
was
doing
good.
here, man? Neto was good. Caicedo was
Yeah,
good.
let's just do
Palmer was
predictions, man.
Neto was
Neto
decent.
was good.
Let's do predictions.
Neto was
And you
decent.
lost
Caicedo
2-1.
was-
Yeah, Grizz, we lost 2-1 in the last minute.
Changed the game, man.
We lost 2-1 in the last minute. We didn't. The thing is, we didn't play badly. Like it was an evenish game.
Yeah.
But we knew we would lose because that's what we do. We buckle under pressure.
Yeah, you're very what's the word?
Mentally
Weak.
fragile.
Mentally fragile.
Yeah, we're fragile mentally. We are.
That's
We are.
fine. Yeah, fragile.
I'd say that was
Saeed.
Caicedo's best game in a minute.
Yeah, bro.
Chelsea, Southampton.
Oi. Palmer's
No,
his lips now.
Don't do
This
this.
is
Don't
time
do
for
this.
Palmer to rise. You know what I mean? Stop
Put the 3 points in the bag, man. Fuck.
I'm gonna say 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0. I'm gonna go 3-1. TOBS.
I will go 3. 3-1 as well. Why not?
3-1. Grizz.
3-0.
3-0. Steve.
4-0.
4-0. And Matisse.
2-0.
2-0. Cool. Mahar just wants to point out that almost all the panel have enjoyed a win against City, but one team, an imposter. Matisse, discuss. We ain't got the time, brother. But highlighted all the same. BY says the guy with the largest YouTube channel on the panel is very quiet today.
I'm all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let Grizz have his moment. Gotta be respectful in that, you know.
Respect.
Did you do a thing along?
No, I was watching six, man.
Yeah.
I was watching them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
he sent his people. Big up Saeed,
that's
always,
right.
always showing love. Yeah, West Coast Cop actually says, Saeed, when you need to catch a flight, this may come back to LA. So I'll sort you out with the world-class pollen, icy pollen, and the best Mexican food you ever had. Saeed, don't indulge in well, Mexican food, yeah, but not the icy stuff.
Yeah, man.
And their shit's changed. I don't know. I
Yeah.
Saeed.
It might change after this season.
United can do that shit, too, bro.
The
United can
Amarim
do that.
strain is its peak.
It is
Very strong. Very potent.
2-0 down, 2-2 United. I mean,
Yeah,
we're over time already. So Saeed, just say what you need to say.
yeah, man. Listen, man. You know what I mean? There's a shortages of fruit salads and that. So if you got any fruit, come and donate it to United. You know, we could do some donations and food banks in a minute. So it's much appreciated. You know what I mean? But no, man, it's terrible, man. It's still terrible, man. And the fact that West Ham won, man, was even, you know what I mean, tough to take, man, because now we're level on point.
I can't believe that.
In 16th, sorry, 15th, so their 16th, a goal difference is separated us. So yeah, man, Everton 2-0 up, and the free kick changed the game from Bruno, man. I think when that happened, then Everton just sat back and we got the equalizer for Ugarte, but still terrible, man. Still poor. The manager, listen, he's got a lot on here, man, and he's not figuring it out right now, man. Yes, there's a lot of rubbish on the pitch and there's not a lot of quality, but surely you got to be doing better, man. You know what I'm saying? You've had a week off now. I think that's now 3 weeks in a row. You've had a week off to train, and it doesn't look like we're training, man. We look poor at the back. You got Onana. Listen, man, this is sell that brother in the summer, man. I'm done with him. He's just so erratic and just so poor.
You're saying
Maguire.
Bayern number one, yeah?
Nah, not even Bayende. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean, bro? Even that guy, bro, he's dodgy as well, man. I need you keeper, man. But there's a shortage of keepers in world football now, man. Let's be honest, man. Like top keepers. You know, so whether that becomes a priority, you know, you only got to look at the first goal to sum up my United, man. Like the way that we don't clear the ball. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen the picture from the stands here, but Maguire doesn't clear it. Then Højlund doesn't clear it. Then Ugarte doesn't clear it. And it's just dumber and dumber at the back, man. And it is poor, man. You know what I mean? The concerns and the criticism of Amarin are justified. You know what I mean? You don't have to go to Amarin in or out, like, but the criticism to be where he took us over in November, where we were 4 points behind top four, to now where we are right now, like the criticism is warranted, man. And he doesn't look like he's figuring it out. you know, I mean, I know a lot of it isn't down to him and it's down to Ineos because they haven't really backed him in January. They gave him one signing, and there's a lot that he's working with that it's not his team. But tactically, setting us up, you know, coaching wise, it is poor. You know what I mean? And again, you have to look at the quality. Hoyland up front isn't good enough. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things at the back not good enough, but the setup of the team, the way we are, like Everton, bro, they haven't got players that we would want. You know what I mean? There's maybe one or two in Brandthwaite and whatnot, but there's a lot of them that I wouldn't take from Everton's team. But they coach well from Moyes. They are coached well. And that's the difference right now. We're not being coached well and set up well to be dominating games. We're not. It takes us the last 20 minutes to all of a sudden figure it out. It's too little, too late, man. So, yeah, man, it's not good at the minute. And obviously, you've seen with the Ineos stuff, man. They're penny pinching now, and they're cutting jobs. It's a very, very like, you know, peak time at the club right now. You know what I'm saying? It's very,
how many jobs has he chopped now?
It's what he said. Was it about 150, 200 last summer? Another 200 now this summer or this year. So he's chopped a lot of jobs. The canteen's closed now. They only allow. No,
Canteen's closed.
The staff canteen has been closed as of today. So now they're not allowing any food and coffee and that. So now they're only
pack lunch. You got to bring your pack lunch, and you know them tin boxes with food in it.
You got the fruit.
They've all got one of them. They've got one of them pens for the vending machine between about 40 of them in the squad. They can put it in and get a free Twix.
No, I'm telling you, man. I'm going to get some biryanis and that and go outside of traffic. Now, real talk, man.
He's telling that's real talk. You and Faz, go out there.
Yeah, go there.
Outside. I'm telling you, all the staff will buy them.
Yeah, man.
They would, biryani brothers.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, real talk, man.
I don't trust Saeed's cooking. I don't trust Saeed's cooking.
I'm not cooking.
No, he's not going to cook them. What he needs to do, I'll message you off.
He'll just be the face of it, man. He'll just be the face.
Fair enough.
You know, if there's any companies outside Old Trafford, you know what I mean, let me know. If you're...
I'm telling you, bro, big business.
I've been saying this for years, though, about the United running down the drain, but this Ineos era,
special.
You know, when I get you got excited, you fell for it. You got jazzed up by it. That Scruffy Jim, mate. Scruffy Jim is like Fagin from Oliver Twist.
Trying to
pick up what hard to do, mate. Trying to pick up what hard to, but really he's just a scruffy bastard. I don't know billionaires like him that do that, you know. Yeah, and like you say, what he's doing there is just, and them Glazers, man. I can't believe what I just can't. You know what? I messaged you on Saturday and I said, I almost feel sorry for United. Almost. I don't. I fucking don't. But what I'm saying is, I just look at, because I know a lot of Reds as well in Manchester, and they're disillusioned with it. But when you're laying people off, right, 150 people, cleaners, program sellers, ticket sellers, they're the 150 normal people that love that football club. It's a pleasure to work for that football club. They go there every day with a smile on the face. They go an extra mile. They clean the fucking toilets. They do the jobs that nobody wants to do. That is your heartbeat and the soul of your football club. Not the players, not the manager, not the directors, the people that get up in the morning and that football club provides for their family to put food on the table. When you're targeting them people, you're ripping away not only the soul of your football club, but you're ripping away years and years of DNA and people that can big the players up. You ask them players, there'll be people that work at that club who clean and do stuff, who every morning when they're down, come on, get your head up and all that. And then that's what keeps the players going. He's just one scruffy bastard, that Jim Radcliffe. And I tell you what, he wants fucking off, because when you start targeting real people, it's all right being a billionaire. Come out and say the club's a fucking mess. We've given out too many high contracts. We're going to have a couple of years of struggling, but we're going to get these wages down and we're going to get it back. We're going to get the academy up. We're going to make some money and we're going to start being Man United again. Don't go around sacking fucking Dave and Deirdre that have been there for 40 years to save what? Fucking 20 grand a year? Nah, man. He's wronging him. And he's a Mancunian. He ain't no Mancunian.
No.
Fucking real people like that. He wants fucking off.
He's a Chelsea fan, man. You know what I mean? We all know him, man. But my thing is, it's like, you know, it's so hypocritical for you to kind of talk about cost cutting when you literally sacked Eric Ten Hag and now spent, 14 million. You then waited Dan Ashworth 3 months, spent money on him, and then sacked him after 3-4 months. So it's like, bro, you literally spent Listen, but it's a serious subject, you know, here, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'm switching the lights. I said sorry.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Tottenham for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're not talking about Tottenham. That's your punishment there. But you literally, what, 30 million's gone down the waist there. But there's no mention of that. You know what I mean? But you're targeting hardcore people. It's mad. Like I said, the debt is not particularly on them, but there's no solution for the debt now. You know what I mean? We've got 1 billion we owe. You know what I mean? There's about 3 or 4 million in transfer fees we owe. Listen, right now, I'm telling you, man, it's not looking great, bro. I'm being real with you guys. Like, the summer is not looking great. We are probably not going to finish higher than maybe 12, 13, if that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And probably like FA Cup, cool. We might get a little FA Cup. It depends on it. Look at the draw. Man City go out, cool. But other than that, like, it's very, very bleak, man. And like I said, we got Ipswich on Wednesday, and I can't tell you right now if I'm really, really confident we're going to win against Ipswich.
You're going to have to ask for a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, so for me,
come on, man. They defend horribly.
Brother, I seen Leicester come to Old Trafford, man, and dominate us, man. So I will respect everyone. You know what I mean? You see Leicester with flipping IU, mate. Look, you know what I mean? Dominating us. So I'm respecting everyone around me. You know what I mean? So it's deep, man. Honestly, bro, it is like it's one of them where like people when they see me on the street now, man, like them man are like they don't even banter me, man. They just say, I feel sorry for you lot. And that's the worst thing to me. I don't mind because the banter is kind of calm. When man is saying I feel sorry for you, I'm like, I'm trying to hear this. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want to hear this, you know. Like, leave me alone.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened, Saeed?
Yeah.
So I was on the train, and someone he didn't even look at me. He was looking out the train window and he said, Chelsea, shit. And I looked at him. And he was like, yeah, you know the meme? And I was like, yeah, I know the meme. I know the meme. And then he was like, oh, but I can't talk though. And I said, what do you mean? Who the fuck do you support? And he said, oh, Man United fan. And then he just put his head down. I was like, you shameless fucking fan.
I meet a lot of Chelsea fans in Manchester as well because obviously they're uni students, innit?
I like him.
It's like having like, he's like, yeah, you know, who do you support? I said, Chelsea. Yeah. We're dead as well. I said, yeah, say no more then. Keep it moving now. Charlie, keep it moving now. Yeah, keep it moving. Charlie.
What a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive, man.
And the worst thing is it's Liverpool. Liverpool are winning the league. You know what I mean? Leeds are coming up now. Do you know what I mean? Into the Premier League. Like, it's just the worst season ever, man. Do you know what I mean? But
you're still beefing Leeds, yeah?
Bro, listen.
Man said Leeds.
Closer than ever.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You reckon next season if Leeds finish ahead of you?
Yeah, bro. Listen, it's crazy.
You know who you should sign, Saeed, and go? You should sign Meslier.
Brother, you see what they say who's the worst keeper? Like, brother, that keeper is garbage.
No, I think Onana's worse than Meslier.
He's so
bad. I think Onana's worse. Onana's worse, bro. I've never seen a keeper come in and make as many mistakes as Onana has in 18 months. Name me another keeper that's done that.
Massimo Taibi.
Sanchez.
But Taibi, I remember Taibi. He was that in and out.
Sanchez. Yeah, he was in and out.
Onana's had that 18 mistakes in 18 months.
Yeah,
bro. That's his ex mistake is one per month or whatever.
Who do you reckon goalkeeper wise, United? Who do you reckon?
You know who I want?
Flecken.
I want that Lille keeper. You know the Lille keeper. I don't know if you know him. He's a top keeper, man. He's up and coming. The new French kind of up and coming keeper. I want him.
What's his name?
I don't know his name, but I've watched him. I've watched him a lot, and he's cold.
Obviously Kelleher wouldn't go to United, but Chelsea, give us 50 mil, man. You got Kelleher right there, brother. Absolutely.
I like Flecken at Brentford, mate. I think he's
Chevalier. That's the guy. Chevalier.
What's that one at
you ain't getting 50 M's for Kelleher though.
James Trafford.
Yeah, you don't need 50 M's. You got a Georgian keeper coming in as well, so you could
James
take
Trafford. That's our asking price. That's our asking price.
Trafford's we've got a buyback on Trafford.
Trafford is a serious keeper. The Burnley, is that Burnley one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious keeper.
We got a thingy on him, a buyback on him.
Yeah.
Is that your Edison replacement?
Yeah, he'd be.
You know what? He's a bit cocky in that, but he's a bit mad. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to get someone in, the goalkeeper wise, but Trafford.
They're saying Costa. I'm watching something today. They're saying Costa.
Yeah, they're talking about the Porto goalie, aren't they? He's got a bozo moment in him, though, hasn't he?
I know. I'm saying, man, the keepers are not that great, man.
Like, because they're not focused on fucking saving shots. That's their problem.
Bro.
They're too busy trying to do
that Raya tackle was mad. Did you see that Raya?
They're not even in goal anymore.
Him out running James Ward-Prowse.
Crazy.
That's embarrassing. I wouldn't come back into training if the keeper went past me.
He ran him and then chopped him.
No, but then he looked back. I watched the video. He looked back at him while he was running.
Yeah.
I was like,
but he was losing 1-0, so it's not really that funny, is it?
No. It's definitely not funny, mate.
Ward-Prowse isn't the most athletic.
Let's do the predictions for Man United Ipswich. Saeed.
2-1 United.
2-1 United. I'm gonna go 3-1 Old Trafford. 3-1 United. Tobs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I might go 2-1 Man United.
2-1 Grizz.
2-0 United.
2-0 Steve.
2-1 United.
2-1 and Matisse. 2-2.
Go pretty down there anyway, man. You need to get something in there.
I'll go 1-1.
1-1. All predictions in. All predictions set, people. 8 super chats that I'm gonna get in now. Make sure you hit the like button, show the video some love, subscribe, all of that stuff. Rich says the Rams are selling their best players. Arsenal are not getting anyone. Thanks for the heads up. I don't know what the Rams are doing, to be honest, but yeah. Badder says, man, I'm putting salt in the chat. You better stop before Sir Jim and Co come and slap you for wasting food and resources. Man said only soup for you, canteen man.
Cheap sandwich and smart soup. Terrible.
Disgrace.
They're actually nasty.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even feed that.
It's not being spoken about enough. You man are
saving 1 million. They're saving 1 million from doing this.
There's one thing being shit, but not feeding your staff is crazy.
That's crazy,
bro. I'm telling you, bro.
But Steve's right. It shows the type of character he is. Steve's right. It shows that.
I'm telling you, I might have to pay rent in the car park now. They might have to say, yo, listen, you got to pay some rent, man. You never know. Like, it's peak.
Yeah.
Frankie says, Saeed, why are Ineos only giving staff fruit and dry bread to eat? Even slap the butter out of their hands. Will this save your team? No butter, dry club.
Yo, I'm telling you.
Big up, Frankie. Hene says, can't blame Amorim. Knew he needed players time for his style and wanted to wait till summer. Scruffy Jim gave him an ultimatum and then screwed him in January. Sahel adds, what Ineos are doing as a result of the Glazers making United arguably the worst run club in the league from a footballing and business standpoint. Renee's adds, reverting and getting few results now is short-sighted and will put media and players under pressure and player pressure on him to ditch his true style. Not like these players have been good in other systems under other managers. I think there's just a balance to it, but I hear the point. Blaze says, question for the panel bar Saeed. When do you think Saeed, or when do we think Saeed will be Amorim out? I'm betting post Sociedad. Rance is out and looks like part of the man them talk is too.
Rance is done already.
Yeah, Rance at halftime. I was watching Saeed's stream. Yeah. Rance at halftime. Nuruddin was laughing. Yeah, Rance is like, this ain't funny, bro.
I told you, but I don't get involved in them.
Funny, bro.
Oh man, them talk are falling apart again. This is, bro. Honestly, this isn't even like a yearly cycle. It's a 6-month cycle.
Guys,
6 months.
Just to let you know, there was a quote that came out recently. Ten Hag, he said, "The thing I miss the most is Old Trafford."
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
What's Marcel saying these days?
What he said that the wanker. He's just had 14 million put in his bank.
Yeah. I've missed that.
The NDA told him to. You gotta say that, man.
Yeah, just say that, man. 14 million quiet. People are losing their jobs and that. Kids are crying. No fucking Christmas presents. You go.
Bread, no butter, soup.
Got a podcast coming out, so let's see what he's got to say.
You has
Ten Hag. Yeah,
that's crazy. So he's left you with a poor squad, and he's taken the dinner off the canteen stuff. That's
100%.
Wow.
Do you know what Ten Hag should do there? He should go and donate £1 million to the staff that have lost their jobs just to take the piss.
You know what? Yeah.
Spread it out amongst yourselves. Go and
Spread
get
it
on the
out.
fucking piss, man.
Ten Hag don't give a shit, man. Let's be real. Blaze, just to answer your question, I think SAEED will last until next season, if I'm honest with you. I think he'll last till next season. They're already 16th with no hope in the world. So for SAEED to still
What's the
be
rules for that? The big six. What's the rules? Because what happens if United consistently finish in the bottom half of the table? We're going to have Newcastle fans and Villa fans on here saying we're part of the big six now.
Yeah, I remember Leicester fans tried that with Arsenal for a few years. Big, it used to be top six. We moved it to big six. Unless one of those teams start revenue going up and then they surpass one of us, then we are the big six people. Love for the love. What can I say? But it's also nice to get a gist of what's going on down the other side of the table, Steve. Sometimes it makes the show wider in terms of the scope. Because Man United and Tottenham being down there's more Leicester, Wolves fans that are interested in the show because they want to see what these men are saying. So I think
You know what I mean?
So basically, I don't need to buy any more Greggs for Arsenal fans. I need to buy Greggs for Toby and SAEED, yeah?
Greggs and butter. Yeah, Greggs and butter.
What we really need is a relegation. Because then we're covering two divisions.
A relegation.
Yeah, we're covering 2 leagues.
2 leagues. Well, we'll see what happens. Still 11 games to go, people. Still a lot more shows to go, people. Each and every week, twice a week. Zaberi says, congrats to TOBS making it to the bottom 6 with SAEED. A massive accomplishment from the big 6. It's not easy, but you'll never walk alone. Perfect super chat to end it, people. Before we do end it, like I said, hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe. Individual channels as well, all doing their thing, our thing. Make sure you subscribe to the individual channels as well. Big up Skull. Intro came a bit late, but I think it dropped just when it needed to drop because Liverpool deserved the limelight at the start of the show. Looks like they're on their way to their 20th, people. And obviously, Manscaped offering 20% off. Use the code TB620. Liverpool fans in particular, 20% for 20. Make sure that could be the hashtag 20% for League 20. Go buy something, people. I want Manscaped to shout me and say, yo, the sales have gone up in Liverpool and Luton. So, we keep on doing that. Keep on doing that.
Hey, there's a lot of hairy balls in Liverpool, so get your Manscaped fucking sorted out.
How the fuck do you know?
You know me, I fucking see you.
End the stream, man.
End the stream. We are at Show Manscaped some love. Individual channels. Love for the love. Peace.